So they're saying treble loading. They are saying treble loading for Arsenal. They are saying treble loading for Arsenal. So don't worry, guys. We'll get them. On don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. So we're going to talk about Arsenal. First game of the season. The season has officially started, and review their game against Crystal Palace. Hokage is going to have to talk to us about gentrification and about baptism and about the deliverance. And Ricardo, I think Lewandowski may be on fraud watch. He may be on fraud watch. So I'll talk much more in detail about Lewandowski potentially be on fraud watch because I have things to say about that. We're going to talk about, obviously, your boy Eddie's here. So Chelsea against that Bombers loser Lampard, who tried to tank our entire team against Everton. And, of course, Liverpool against Fulham. Guys, football is back. The season is back, and we're going to get that in all that beautiful, amazing detail, man. So let's get away with the pleasantries, man. Let's just first, because I want to get a number into. Let's just talk about Arsenal. Now, congrats to Arsenal. 2-0 win. Hard fought. Palace really pushed them all the way. And, I've got to say that, the Arsenal look impressive. Now, it's a long season to go. They're not winning the league. So their aim is to get for top 4. And my thing, because there are two things I noticed here. First was Jesus. He looks good. Even if he didn't score, you can already see how the attack in a footballing sense has improved with that trash, what's it called, lack of threat. And your boy Nketiah, who were completely garbage. And Aubameyang, who was a bit on the decline for Arsenal. So they look good. Now, Saliba, that defense, bro. Saliba has really come in and improved that defense because I think what guys were worrying about and why I said it was going to be either a 1-1 or a 2-2 was I didn't trust that defense. But keeping it real, that defense looked all right. That defense looked all right, and these guys were definitely saying what's up, man. So, as I said before, a ball was kicked. How well Arsenal do, it's going to depend squarely on Gabriel Jesus. If Gabriel Jesus pops off, he scores goals. Not only he scores goals, I don't think he has to score those many goals. I think if he just plays well and he combines well with Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and that's for an attack, see what's up, these guys are going to be a serious issue. And if Saliba really is an improvement in defense, bro, top 4 is looking a little sketchy. Top 4 is looking a little slightly sketchy right now. So let me first come to Arsenal fan here. Shout out to your boy King Jones, who does non-stop content on Instagram and so forth. I see some of your stuff, man, so it's quite nice, man. So try and follow them and check those guys out. So Jones, man, Arsenal, treble loading, isn't it? The treble is here.
Well, what I can say is the first thing I'm very happy about is Saliba coming back. I always said from years ago, I thought he was a special player. He was fantastic today. What he done today is what he's probably going to do for the rest of the season. In terms of the treble, I think it's a bit early to say that, but I can say that we've invested quite well this summer. I do have my concerns, though. I'm very concerned with the lack of squad depth. I looked on the bench today.
But what's called? Arteta said that more signings. Yeah. Remember, the window closes in September, and Arteta says that more signings are to come. So what's right? Where is your main concern?
My main concern, I would say right now, is I'm very scared about Jesus getting injured. I'm terrified. Like I'm so scared about if he gets injured.
Nketiah's trash.
It's top 10 for us. You know what I'm saying? We're not making it above top 10. So I'm very concerned about who's going to score goals behind Jesus this season. I think Emil was very good last season when scoring goals, but recently Smith Rowe's been on the bench, or if not, he's been injured. Saka, I'm not sure if he's a consistent goal scorer like that. Odegaard, you saw today, even when he had that chance, he looked to lay it off. He's a bit Ozzo-ish when it comes in front of goal. He wants to pass the ball instead of shoot. So I'm very nervous about who's going to score goals. But it's a great improvement on what I saw from last season. Saliba is excellent. Ben White, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Ben White.
Yeah, trash. That guy's trash, man. Eddie, what do you say, man? Are you, as a Chelsea fan, should we be worried about Arsenal, man? Should we be fearful?
Let me preface this by saying I didn't care too much for the game this morning. It's morning here in Australia, but the game's at 3 a.m. Okay. I am actually just watching the game on my second screen. I just saw the first goal, so I haven't seen the whole game. But I'll just give general thoughts on Arsenal. And, pre-season aside, I just don't buy the hype. I'm sorry. And King Jones, you're a real fan, bro, because this is something I've been telling Arsenal fans. You have no depth. You really have no depth. The first thing I done this morning when I woke up was go check the result, and I looked at when Arteta made subs. 83rd and 90th minute. That says something. Yeah, you don't trust those players on the bench to help you hold a 1-0. Until I don't know if it was 1-0 or 2-0 around the 80th minute. I still need to watch the game, but you don't trust your players on the bench to come on and pop off. That is going to be a problem. First 4 weeks, 5 weeks of the season, Arsenal are going to be fine. This first couple of weeks, you might win, 5 games, but the Pep already showed us this. Yeah, the Premier League is a 38-game season.
Yeah,
they can start off as slowly as they want, but the real grind is in the middle of the season, where you're playing 3 games, 2 games a week. That's where Arsenal's depth is going to be tested. And I'm sorry, I don't buy it. King Jones just said it. You're 1 injury away from Eddie Nketiah being your starting striker. That's a problem.
That's messed up. That is messed up.
I think you're 1 injury away from Lokonga being your starting midfielder. Yeah, Xhaka still plays for Arsenal. Bruh, come on, man. So I think for now, Arsenal, they're looking good. But
do you think these guys look good for fourth?
No,
I think 3 is now like fourth is their ceiling.
Their best bet to get into the Champions League is to put all their eggs in the Europa League basket. I'll give you that right now.
Eddie, to win the Europa League?
Yeah, put all your eggs in that basket and try to win that. You're not getting top 4. Arteta's going to say signings are likely. How many signings realistically do you think he'll get in between now and the end of the summer? 1, 2 tops? And based on the signings they're signing this year, they're not signing world beaters, world class players. They're signing decent players who come in and develop as well. But let's not forget, this is still a young squad. Yeah, we're talking of Saliba being the best player on the pitch. That guy is still a test tube baby, man. And this is something I was telling Arsenal fans the other day. I'm like, you've got a lot of young players in this squad. They're not even learning off like the top pros. Yeah, they're gonna make hella mistakes. Arteta, I don't know if you all seen all or nothing. That guy looks like an apprentice on job. This guy doesn't know what he's doing on that job, man. I'm sorry. Tactically, I ain't seen anything. Well, maybe they'll show us what he does tactically. But this guy is learning motivational speaking, bro. So
don't ruin it for me. I've only seen the first episode of the All or Nothing, man, and I still don't know what the hell the guy was drawing on that diagram, man. So I need to see the other things, man.
HH, it gets better.
Please don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me, because bro, I was like, wait, what is this? Is this like Picasso or something? Was weird. Okay, look, man, let me come to
getting the photographer to do your pre-game talk. Oh, it gets better.
Ricardo, talk to me.
Yeah, I think it was just the first game nervous. I only got to watch the end of the first half and the entire second half. But no, I will agree to some of the things that Eddie has said about the squad they have no, in terms of the offensive, the switches they can make, because in the second half, like Crystal Palace, in my opinion, were the far better team. Like, I'm surprised they didn't score. Whoever that number 10 is on Crystal Palace, that guy's a brick, man. Like, like that should have been an easy 1-1.
No. That's for me. Like, I can't even give Ramsdale that much credit, because I can say, okay, he did allow to go through his legs. You had all the time in the world to place it to bottom right, man, and the guy.
It was a good save, but I think Ramsdale deserves his credit because he was actually really good.
Yes, he was. He was good. The guy is good. The guy's a good keeper.
Yeah, he is very good. I thought. Gabriel Jesus was getting bullied in the second half. I saw that crazy run on the replay and the first few minutes of the game. This guy was like turned into like Prime R9, but they scuffed the shot. Saka. I thought Saka was pretty good. He was pretty good. However, the guy does not have a right foot to save his life. I thought he had like one opportunity near the end of the game that he should have scored if he had a right foot or something. But I would say overall, like, it's just the first game. Like, I think coming off the preseason where they were arguably the most informed team, and then going into an actual very competitive game, I wouldn't expect to carry on the preseason form, because it's different now. It's more of a mental battle and everything. But yeah, I think for Arsenal, the first one is important. Look at last year, bro. They started the season losing like 3 games in a row. So they started off well. So I think, I don't know about top 4. I think they need a more convincing performance, but that didn't look top 4 material.
Let me come to, before I come to Hogage, the thing. So Bezzy, another Arsenal fan, man. What are you saying, man? Are you happy? Are you joyous, man? Is Invincibles? Have the Invincibles? They're gonna rise again. I didn't make a joke. I'm actually being serious. So.
Can y'all hear me well?
Unfortunately, yeah. Go for it, man.
Well, first of all, where's Osasuna, man? He said 3-1 to Palace. That's the first thing. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gassing. Arsenal were pretty poor today. I don't know. Like maybe it's just the first game, as Ricardo just said. But yeah, we weren't all that, to be honest. Like from what we saw in the preseason, the connection was there, and
It's
in the first game.
Bessie, thank you. Preseason.
Yeah. No, but to be fair, it's Crystal Palace away, and not many teams are gonna get like even like City, Liverpool. These teams go there and they struggle. So it's a good 3 points. I'm not gonna complain. Even 1-0, I would be happy with it.
So how happy are you with Saliba? Do you think Saliba could actually be the most important player for Arsenal, even more than Jesus, or just one game? Let's see for the rest, because it was good. Saliba was good, man.
Yeah, Saliba is going to be very important throughout. Yeah, I think Jesus will be slightly more important because we need goals. Like there's going to be games that we're struggling 0-0, and we need someone who can just give us that 1-0. And last season we had games like against Burnley at home, and like Lacazette missed like an open goal pretty much. And so I think Jesus will be important for those games. Let's see.
Hokage, talk to me, man. Arsenal, man. Impressed?
I didn't watch the game because I was watching Bayern gentrify the Franks.
And we'll talk about that.
Yeah, but I saw like the last 30 minutes of the second half. And I think the thing that stood out for me is if this was Arsenal last season, I feel like they would have got scored on or even lost after that second half. So for me, that shows growth. I was really surprised in that 30 minutes I saw of Saliba, because usually when you see a lot of teams buy a player and then send him out on loan right away, they kind of just disappear because, you know, they don't do good at the team they're loaned out to, or, you know, other players establish themselves in the squad. So to see Saliba come back.
Oh,
sorry.
Look, please,
and then to see him do that performance, it's impressive, and I think I wasn't really thinking of Saliba in this Arsenal squad until today. This is a little bit of a game changer because, dude, that was a solid performance. Now I don't know if, he was at Marseille, right? So Ligue 1 to the Premier League. I want to see can you do this for 38 games? Who knows? But for me, I think for Arsenal, as Bezzy said, I feel like you just got to take the win, because last season you guys started with 3 losses in a row and everything was looking bleak. It's a win at a place that's difficult. I think it's pretty positive. And what else was I gonna say? And yeah, Jesus already looks. You said he didn't score, but it's just their attack looks fluid. There isn't Lacazette there slowing things down. The team looks like it's building well. I won't say top 4 because I think if they're gonna get top 4, it's really dependent on what Spurs, Man U, and Chelsea are gonna do. We're gonna see tomorrow. You said if you lose to
no, just save that. Trust me, because just save it because again, like Chelsea, that's a whole other ball of wax that Eddie needs to help me on. Smoke, talk to me, man. Arsenal, man.
Look, shout out to the streets first, right? Before I say anything, I was watching the All or Nothing.
Smoke, don't spoil it. I've only seen the first episode. Don't spoil it.
All I'm gonna say is Pep is a genius, right? If Pep could convince that guy that he could be a manager, then Pep is really a genius. That's what I'm gonna say.
Wait, no. Close your eyes and do this.
That's what I'm saying. Like Pep is underrated. Like this guy, I think his influence is bigger than football, guys. This guy is inspiring people to do things that is out of their depth, right? Regarding the game, though, I feel as if Arsenal was just the much more fitter team. It came down to that, right? Whereby a few more games into the season, if they had to replay each other, Palace win that game. It's that simple. The Arsenal was just a bit more sharper. Defensively solid. I think we've seen glimpses of that from Arsenal even last season. They showed us glimpses that in bits and patches they can play good, but they can't sustain it throughout the game. and that would be the downfall because they had like a good 20 minutes, but football is 90 minutes. So against better teams, they equalize, they draw, they lose. So I think it's a bit too early because Arsenal do this. They flatter to deceive. So hence, with Arsenal, I'm not going to say anything. You're going to say, oh, then eventually a team which you expect them to beat, they actually lose. And they done it a lot last season. So I'm not going to read too much into the game. Vieira is actually doing a very good job. I feel as if Vieira is one of the most underrated managers. Could be Melanin Tax. But all I'll say is Arteta is not a manager, guys. If Arsenal is serious about anything, even with the squad that you have, I think you're going to face something similar to last season, whereby the business end, I think the other teams having better managers might just get you over the line. But otherwise, I think 3, 4, 5, and 6 is actually open for anyone. That's the truth. No one has. I think only the top. We can only confirm the first 2 spots.
So you said third is realistic for Arsenal.
It is.
Third.
The thing is, there won't be too much of a gap between third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the squads, there isn't too much of a game changer, right? Hence, I'm saying it'll go down to who can hold their nerves over. Because even we saw with Tuchel, his last 2 seasons, he scraped top 4. Even last season, Tottenham could have caught them. Because business end, I feel as if, especially with the World Cup being a long season, you will see it's all about injuries. As I said, if you lose a party, I think especially party, because Arsenal with party and Arsenal without party is 2 different teams.
That's why he needs more players and so forth. Because I think that thing for Arsenal is that if few players go down, they're screwed. I think as Jones just said, like Jesus goes down, that's
game. Get can still score against Chelsea, so Jesus is not really a problem. It's party.
Yeah, but that's Chelsea. That's not Arsenal. Okay, let me come to you, boy Ardis, and I'll take you dubs, guys. Ardis, talk to me on the Arsenal, man.
I mean, I was actually working, so I actually just came and could watch the highlights. So first, a shout out to Arsenal FC. You know, they're back. AFTV and Chill has been delayed for several weeks. So which is such a shame. So I had such a stressful day, so I wanted to come back and at least have some banter, and to see them win, you know, and Troops is obviously happy and stuff. It's actually quite painful. But yeah, no, I mean they've Arsenal fans have been for a lot. You know, they're playing well. It looks like they I think, as Don Smith said, they look fitter and fresh, which I think what gave them the advantage over Crystal Palace. They look organised. I did look at the goals. I did think Palace were a little bit unlucky with both goals, because the first goal was from a corner, a set piece.
Yeah, then header, and everything.
Yeah. So and then the second goal was like a deflection. So it wasn't like they were repeatedly cutting Palace open and sort of and passing. I'm not saying Arsenal played badly. I'm just saying that the nature of the goals, they weren't particularly sort of spectacular. And of course, Palace had maybe a couple of one-on-ones they weren't able to put away. So on another day, as Dominic said, with a fitter Crystal Palace side, it might go another way. So, but you still have to credit Arsenal FC. It's still 3 points to the board. Arsenal, I'm being told already by Arsenal fans, they're top of the league already. So we're getting the screenshots. We're top of the league, celebrating that. So, and fair enough, you know what I mean?
No. I'm hearing treble talk. I'm hearing talks of a treble. I'm hearing
talks
of a treble.
As a tweet said, I saw a tweet about it. Is that there's there's an elephant can get into a tree. No one knows how it gets there, but everyone knows it'll fall down. And I think that's kind of that's sort of how you also describe Arsenal historically. They get into certain places, but you do know at some point the branch is going to break. So. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen to them this season, but you never know. So congratulations to Arsenal FC. I'm not going to say much more.
I've got a question for the Arsenal. Let me just hit this dubs, and I want to ask a question to the Arsenal guys before we move to the next topic. Have slow, honest opinions. LL, check your Twitter DMs, Palace ratings, hashtag Pep is right. Oh Lord, okay, let me let's not, man. Basic guys, connect to the dots. Let's not do that. Let's do that. RDZ17, thanks for the dub, man. Did you see what the Leeds owner has to say about Barca? Yeah, they're basically thieves. Eddie, we got robbed. Eddie, they bought a player that they can't pay for. You realize that? Eddie, you realize that we had the money to give them, but they sold a player to a guy who are buying the money using Nintendo points. using
look,
like
good luck.
cryptocurrency.
Also, what's
luck.
the
Rafinha didn't want to
Good
go
luck,
to your
man.
bum club.
Ricardo, I'm not speaking to you, bro. Can you shut up? Eddie,
all
no way we
I'll
got
say
Robert,
is-
but it's losers.
what's this
All
about
I'll say
Barcelona
is
not
good
being able
luck.
to register players as well? Like they can't register. Apparently, they need to. They need
need
to
to
sell.
clear
Wait, hold on.
wait.
Ades,
You should be
Eddie
worried about
speaking
Europa League, man.
Oh, sorry, go on.
fluency. Eddie, continue to speak fluency. What are you saying, Eddie?
Nah, look, I'm not even going at Barcelona much. I'm just the player. I don't understand why you go to a club who you're not even sure have the money to pay you. So
It's called a dream. I mean, it's what it's what you're willing to give up for your dream. It's real, man.
Good luck to him at Barcelona. I'm kind of happy he went there really because there's nothing worse than having a player who doesn't want to be at a club and was forced to come here. So that's essentially what the Leeds owner was talking about. He wanted Barcelona. You go Barcelona, Leeds. The funniest thing is the owner doesn't know if he'll get his money.
We wait and see.
It's like, are you sure they're gonna pay up? I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to your wink. Say Leeds owner said World War III with Laporta on September 2nd. Waiting. Look, as I said again, in my opinion, I don't think that guy is getting their money. That's what I believe. I don't think Leeds are getting their money, man. But is what it is. You chose your devil, man. Paul Kickling. Eddie sounds like KSI. Okay. By the way, HH, first win in Arsenal's new Invincibles. By the way, Mason Mount's actual real name is Jeremiah because he has some Jewish heritage. Oh no! Shout out to Mount and so forth, and shout out to me and everything. And this is what I said, and then people keep attacking me. This is not an attack on Mount, but I think this is the truth. Saka is what Chelsea fans think Mason Mount is. And that's the sad reality. Like, when you look at Saka, it's like, oh, this is actually a truly amazing young player that has come from the academy. Mason Mount ain't that dude. He's effective, but he ain't that dude. Shout out to Samasi. As Arteta tactics, you need brain and heart. Look, I cannot wait to watch the rest of it. But look, so let me come first to Jones and into Betty. So, Jones, look. What are your expectations for this season? But specifically, how much pressure are you putting Arteta under? Are you going to put his feet to the fire? Because, for example, if Arteta, Saliba, you already had this guy with Jesus, big signing. If you don't get top 4 and so forth, is it a thing of sacked, or is it, well, if it gets fifth and it's a point, boom, boom? How much pressure is Arsenal under, and what are your expectations?
Well, yeah, what I'll first say is that because we haven't got all our signings in yet, the pressure is there, but it's 75% of the way in. But what I will say is 100%, if we don't get top 4, if we don't get Champions League, I want Arteta out the door. I don't want to waste no time. I want him out, because I believe that there are better managers out there, and he's left us with a better squad than he took over, and I'd rather give it to someone else who I think could do a better job. But I want him out. I think third season in now, we've had time. We've come 8th twice under him. We've won the FA Cup. That's cool. But if he doesn't get us in the Champions League, regardless of what the other teams do or buy.
Wait. No, but Jones, are you saying that you don't want to see diagrams being drawn and pictures being drawn in the dressing room for guys? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want to trust the process for another 5 years. And another thing on top of that, like, I feel like a manager is there to help paper over some of the cracks and to improve. So what I'm going to see at Tottenham is, even if Tottenham do even if Tottenham do go astray, I think that Conte is good enough, like he was last season, to push them up the ladder. But I just don't think Arteta can do that. And if he doesn't do that this season, I want him out. So it's that simple. Yeah.
Betsy Wilson, do you agree with your fellow compadre?
Yeah, certainly. It's top 4 or Europa League or bust. There's no other way to put it, to be honest. I think we were quite unlucky last season. I mean, like, people are gonna say it's excuses, but like, Thomas Partey is probably our best player, and he wasn't fit for the last few games. And like, let's flip the script and say, okay, we have Thomas Partey fit for the last few games of the season, and Tottenham don't have Harry Kane fit for the end of this season. They're not finishing top 4. We are. So sometimes it's fine measurements, but I mean, Arteta's got backed. So now go and do what you have to do. If you can't take us to the standards that we should get back to, then we need to get someone who will.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, let me just hit this up, then we'll talk about gentrification. TKO says, do you think Barca bought these players with no plan? No, I think that they have siphoned money. Look, let me give you an example. Look at this dude's face. This guy is a Barca fan. If this guy came and said that he was going to give you the money, does this look like a man who you would trust to pay you back? No.
Is that racially
So it's as simple as that. So thinking it's as simple as that. So that's my thing. Is like Ricardo represents what Barca fans. These guys are untrustworthy. So TKO, we got shafted. So here's my thing. When Rafinha,
you're hurt.
Ricardo, can I please speak Finnish influence?
I would be mad too.
When Rafinha calls crying that, please, Chelsea, they're not paying me my money, please, I want to come back. Eddie, we're going to say, no. Go and beg for your freaking money from guys who you know are not going to freaking pay you. It is what it is.
You guys gave them a long term, so it's fine.
That's funny,
Don't worry.
You know what the Leeds owner was doing seems like that's how you complain to FFP if you're not part of UEFA.
Look, man, this way. Okay, Adam, shout to you, Adam's man. As a United fan, I hate Arsenal, but I don't get the salt from rivals. They did what they had to do to get the W. With that being said, Arsenal are trash still. Laugh out loud. Adams, as a United fan, let's hope that Nine Hag is really saying what's up for you guys. Remember, Nine Hag is under pressure. Your boy Nine, he won't be 10 Hag until he actually says what's up.
What pressure? What pressure is he under?
Nine Hag. That's the pressure on. He's under 9 Hag. So Adams, let's hope that your boy did. And also, you can't be calling Arsenal trash. Wait. As a United fan, how could you call Arsenal trash when they finished above you? Wait, Ardias, how many points did your Bombers club finish with last season? 59 points.
Let's not go there, HH.
Okay, all right, let's not go there. Okay, guys, let's talk about test tubing and baptism. You see, no one listens to me when I try to explain these things. At 5 in a row, I said, these guys could do 10 in a row. Oh, HH, shut up, blah, blah. 6. They could do 10. 7. They could do... Then they did 10 in a row. Okay. And I don't think... You see, I think I'm the only person on this planet who thinks it is actually quite scary and weird that a team has won a title 10 times in a row. That is... madness, complete madness. But what's the notion? Lewandowski. Look, when Lewandowski leaves, Bayern are going to be finished. They're going to be done. And Lewandowski is going to go crazy in La Liga. I have a shocking thing to you. Ricardo, you're going to be shocked by what I have to say right there because, bro, let me say right now, Hokage, you're going to be shocked. Bayern winning 6-1. No Lewandowski. Mane scoring on his debut. Dortmund don't have Haaland anymore, and I don't think you can have. And don't give me freaking Christopher Nkunku at freaking Leipzig. I don't give about wait, did those guys get beat 4-2 in the freaking Super Cup? So no.
Timo Werner is coming. Chill.
Eddie, you're right. Yeah, it's truly Timo Werner. Yeah, that's Eddie. No, you're on the money, guys. I'm sorry. Timo Werner is gonna come and he will be the savior to. Yeah, Leipzig are winning because of Timo Werner. Get out of here, man. So my thing is. Something needs to be done about the Bundesliga because, guys, I really believe that these guys are going to do 11 in a row. And I think Sadio Mane might drop 30. Mane might drop 30 in his first season at Bundesliga. But even more so, I don't think Lewandowski is going to do that well in La Liga. This could destroy Lewandowski's legacy because, guys, this is my narrative. And I'll give it to you, Hokage. This is my narrative. Bayern win Bundesliga. Sadio Mane goes crazy, scoring loads of goals. They win it pretty comfortably. Lewandowski doesn't score more than 10 goals in La Liga for Barcelona.
Nah, 10 is too much, HH. No, maybe 20.
Smoke, I said what I said. I said what I said. What was it? Like an usher. Watch this. Usher, watch this.
HH. You have a point. I think it was on RDS's channel whereby I questioned the goalkeeping standards and defending standards in Bundesliga. And the reason why I done it is because I watched a bit of Haaland and Lewandowski. I watched Lewandowski at Barca and Haaland, whereby these guys shoot straight at the keeper. most of the shot is with power, but at the keeper, right? And the fact that these goals go in the Bundesliga, whereby I think it was Adrian who was keeping for Liverpool at in the Community Shield, right? They were just holding it. Even the keepers, even during the Barca, even the what you call it here, the Barca preseason, the keepers just take them and they parry them away. Whereby in the Bundesliga, the keepers deflect them into the net.
That's not true. Do you know? Barca fans,
no.
Barca fans. Remember Trapp? He literally was like Octoman in the goal, saving everything.
Yeah, but remember Trapp also the remontada, the 6-1.
Yeah, but that was just one game. No, but I want to hear from Hokage. So Hokage, I have so many questions to ask you, but let me just first start with this. Do we need to have a serious discussion about the Bundesliga? Understand that specifically if Bayern Munich, Ricardo, mute your damn mic.
After 10 years, now you want to have the discussion.
Okay. Ricardo, mute your mic, man. Okay, Hokage. Man, Ricardo, you grow up, man. Hokage, can we have another discussion about the Bundesliga? Because it does seem they'll do 11 in a row. Do you think that it is time? Because I was looking at some comments on the video I did on YouTube. Guys are saying that it is time for the Saudi owners and oil. It's time for oil to come home. It's time for oil to say Auf Wiedersehen and Guten Tag. It's time for oil to come to the Bundesliga. Do you think it is time? Scrap that bomb-ass 50+1 Disney Plus piece of crap and let owners come in to Bundesliga so they can actually some competition. Now, do you agree with me that Lewandowski is going to flop in La Liga and make himself look real bad?
Well, here's the thing, HH. He'll score 10 goals because Lewandowski won't be registered as a player until match week 25. That's why he'll score 10 goals. He won't play in 25 of the freaking games. But I don't think he's going to flop. He can't register. I can't believe my eyes. They bought Lewandowski, all these guys. And I read on Twitter today, HH, Barca fans, oh no, the lever, the OnlyFans, the Shakira, the money, the weddings at the Camp Nou. And I read this morning, they can't register any of their players, HH. This is shambolic. But anyway, back to Bayern. HH, the Germans, they already have an issue with too many Turks coming into the country, right? Too many Turkish people. If the Saudis come and take away their football league, Bayern has the Qatar Airways logo sponsorship on their, the right arm of their jersey. The Bayern fans every year, it's like the Bayern AMG. They have like a thing for the club members to come and talk to all the heads of the club. Because of the Qatar Airways, they were throwing water bottles at our club legends. They were throwing things on stage. If the Saudis come, it's world war. It's world war in the Bundesliga. It's never going to happen.
What's the alternative, bro?
I honestly don't know. Like, and the thing is with Bayern, people like to say, "Oh, Bayern poached off their rivals." Besides, Mats Hummels, besides like 3, 4, 5 players in the past 10 years, who have we poached? It's just I don't know how. I honestly don't know how Dortmund and all these guys have fallen off so much. I think Dortmund's case is because Dortmund became a seller club. They started selling. They brought the Ooth. They sold him. Pulisic, not really. He never even popped off at Dortmund. Haaland, Sancho. That's kind of why they don't. But I don't know. It's a mess. I honestly don't see how it gets solved. Like I don't, because Bayern is by far the biggest team in Germany. They have the most pull. And even if you bring, say you bring the Saudis, right? The Saudis, the oil money. Bring that to Bayern. People are still want to go to Bayern anyway because they're far superior to all the other clubs. I just don't think even Saudi money at this point can stop it. So like, I honestly have no solution. I don't really know. I don't know.
No, but so do you believe that Bayern are winning this league, even without, because the fear was, oh my gosh, no, Lewandowski could be really hard. But do you now feel that no, it's not really that they're weak, because they are slightly weakened without Lewandowski. Is it that it's more so that the competition just can't step up to how good Bayern are even without Lewandowski?
I actually think we're not weakened, because I always thought Lewandowski never matched Nagelsmann's. If you remember Nagelsmann at Leipzig, everyone was involved. It was fluid. It was just insane movement from all the players and passing combinations. Today, it was like I was watching Julian Nagelsmann's Leipzig from 2 years ago. I think with Lewandowski there, last season we're trying to feed one guy for these goals. all the chances, this one guy, I think it kind of impeded us to a point. Today, AJ Musiala, Mane, Gnabry, and we're bringing on Sane. We could bring on Coman. We have Muller. It was just great to watch. I will say 6-1 is a little flattering because I do think Eintracht were really weak in defense because their veteran in Hinteregger, I don't know if you remember him, he was big in that Barcelona game. He retired. He retired abruptly in the summer, and I really think that defense was really missing him and an experienced head that you saw. I mean, in the second half, they brought in Hasebe, who's their veteran Japanese center back, and he kind of like shored things up, and it was much stronger. So I think 6-1's a little flattering because just the defense wasn't ready for that. They didn't have their defensive leader, but either way, I don't see how Bayern won't win the league. So, yeah.
Can I speak of my favorite German club?
Ricardo, talk to me, man.
Wait, AJ, what would we say if the Franks beat Real Madrid, though, next week for the Super Cup? What are we saying?
No.
What are we saying, though?
No. Okay, no. If we say then we can have a real convo. But, bro, Hoka, there's no chance of that. Yeah. There's no chance.
It's dreams.
Shout out to Bayern Munich, man. They already won 11 in a row. A great accomplishment. I don't think anybody's ever going to do that. But look, I think I deserve some apologies from some certain Ronaldo fanboys because I'm sure Hokage can agree with me on this. I don't know if he was watching. When they sold Lewandowski, I had a bunch of Ronaldo fanboys start twerking about him going to Bayern Munich, and I got criticized because I said Sadio Mane is the replacement for Lewandowski. It wasn't going to be the 1-for-1. It was going to be the replacement for Nagelsmann's system. I said this. It's on record, and I got clowned for no reason. Today, man, bro, 5 goals, 5 different scorers. I do agree with Hokage that because they had an out-and-out scorer in Lewandowski, that wasn't Nagelsmann's idea of playing football. So I can see why he's saying, like, in a way that trying to feed Lewandowski was messing up the fluidity of the team. And this is why I said that them getting Ronaldo actually made no sense. Absolutely no, because you might as well just kept Lewandowski.
Yeah, because it's almost like for like, but somehow worse because Ronaldo can't actually move. So
not only that, but you already have a guy like we can sit here and say Lewandowski held him back, but bro, Lewandowski scored 50 goals last season in that team, and apparently that's holding them back. It's still insane, might I say, but. In terms of that whole Lewandowski being a fraud, look, I've said it. That guy needs to score minimum. I'll lower my expectations. I said initially 30 goals, but I'll go 25. I'll go 25.
No, he needs 25 minimum. 25 minimum.
25 minimum, in my opinion, because like all the guy is being brought is just to score goals. Like obviously he has to drop a little bit deep, play the ball, blah blah blah. But for the most part, he's there to score goals. And if you can't do that at a high rate, then I mean, hey man, look, I'm not 100% sold on Lewandowski because I always thought like in big games he was never really there for Bayern Munich. It was really the supporting cast. I always said about Bayern, the way I viewed him is that I don't think anybody's really scared of Lewandowski. They're scared of the support he has around them that allows him to be so incredibly effective. But no, man, Bayern Munich, they're always going to look good, man. Bundesliga, to be honest, it probably got worse this year. I know it's only the first game, but we'll see how they do in Europe as a whole. And then I think Bayern is going to be a better team, in my opinion. And I said this on the start, that Sadio Mane is the replacement for Lewandowski. So, yeah, man, but Bayern's good, man.
Betsy, talk to me, man. Bundesliga.
Wait, Ricardo,
sorry. Wait, what? Say it again.
Can I ask Ricardo a question? When will
Lewandowski?
Go for it. When will they actually get registered?
Okay, look, y'all love to cloud my club, which I understand. You're jealous. Maybe not.
Ricardo, he has a very simple question.
We had this discussion last year. And y'all were clowning, oh, he's not going to register Memphis, not going to register this, that. And at the end of the day, they got registered. So y'all can laugh now, but when they get registered, y'all
politician, man.
But isn't a register based on you getting with it's the wage issue, isn't it? So presumably you have to sell. Yeah.
You don't have to sell because there's conversations about a fourth lever, and that's pretty much it from there.
You're gonna press another lever button.
It's really not that hard to understand.
No, it is. No.
You're a grown ass man and can't read.
Fraud is hard to understand. Fraud is hard to understand. Beth, talk to me. Bundesliga, how about the things in Bundesliga? What does this league need to happen for it to be much more competitive, or are Bayern just going to continue to breastfeed?
I mean, it's difficult. On one hand, maybe they need to let the dirty money come in, like what helped Chelsea in the past, because Chelsea wouldn't be where they are today. But anyway, no, I digress.
No. There's no digressing. There's no digressing. There was no digressing. The money was clean, and I will not have you slander my club's good, clean money and so forth.
No.
So, Betsy,
I mean,
please
like Dortmund and Leipzig,
recant that crap from your testimony, please. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't really know what to do with this league. It's turning into the Scottish league, isn't it? Like, but the Scottish league, at least they had Rangers come back and all that. So
I don't think Celtic won 10 in a row. Actually,
No,
I don't think Celtic.
I think they got to about 9.
I think 9, and then Rangers won it. Yes.
Yeah. So it's not even that bad. The Scottish league is more competitive, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
yeah. No, relax. There's no dirty body. Relax. Jones, put that down.
I don't know what Bayern what Bayern's Liga can do really. Like, I mean, just shut down the league, man. Yeah, but about Barca, just a quick thing about Barca. Like, it reminds me, like, I heard the story like of someone who won the lottery, and they bought all these cars, and then they had no money to put petrol in. That's what it sounds like.
No, Betsy. No, we shall see, but we'll see this, guys. John, talk to me, man.
Anyway, I'm head out. Sorry, guys. I'm head
nice
out
one,
now.
Bro. Nice one, Betsy, man. Peace out.
Thank you. I'll come back to talk about Arsenal another day.
No, you won't. Get out. Right, take care. Peace out. All right.
Yeah, stay safe, guys.
Oh, he will. He will answer
talking
for
about the Bundesliga. It's a weird one because at some point I understand what Hokage is that his name? Was I saying Hokage. I understand what he's saying, like where he said that they haven't poached that many players in recent years because they haven't. You know what I mean? They really haven't. But I think Bayern Munich have kind of maintained themselves. But at the same time, if you look at Dortmund, like he said, they are a selling club now. They sold Aubameyang, they sold Sancho, they sold Haaland, and true say RB, they got better, but you guys kind of did poach a couple of their players. Like, I mean, you poached their centre back, their best player. But
Sabitzer.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Bayern's fault that the other teams couldn't keep up. It was a combination of, I would say, some of the best managers. Well, like Klopp, for example, he left. He came to the Premier League, and some of the better managers.
See, I've always been very clear, been very consistent here.
Yeah.
I have never put the blame on Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Competition is competition. You do what you need to do to survive, and you buy whoever you want to buy. So I've never blamed Bayern. The blame is on the system, the FA, and so forth. That's them. Bayern have done everything within their rights to compete and be the very best. It's survival of the fittest. It is the structure. Sorry, go for it.
It's also a weird one as well because if you watch, for example, PSG and their league, every now and again there is a Monaco that come up where they grow their own crop of players, or Lille suddenly just make the right transfer market. So I'm kind of shocked that someone in the Bundesliga didn't just have a season where they just kind of stepped up and Bayern took their foot off the gas and they kind of beat them like that. But I would say, a team probably does need to get taken over, not necessarily to win the league, but just to give them some more competition. Because again, if I'm Bayern, I'm not trying to lose the league at any point, any time in the future. And again, they've got a good enough team to do it. But leaving them is the best thing to happen to them, because I think the way that their system is, Mane just makes sense. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play up front, and he suits the system. So
yes, but just before I come to RDS, how much pressure is Lewandowski under? Because if Bayern play well, as well as they play well, they work a lot better. They do much better in the Bundesliga as well, and they show they don't miss Lewandowski. And Lewandowski doesn't really score as many goals as we expect him to. Does that harm Lewandowski's legacy? Yeah, and how we view him, and also the abuse that people say, well, you were only a one league merchant, and really, yes, you were good, but it's really the team around him and you being in that league.
He's in a kind of Ronaldo position where, based on the player that the caliber of player we see him as, based on the big moments he's been involved in, based on the goal efficiency he has, Barcelona kind of brought him in because I don't think he's a great back to goal player. I don't think he's amazing at passing, creating chances, and that he is brought in to score goals. So I think he's in a position where if Bayern go on to do something, that puts extra pressure on him. And if he doesn't help Barcelona to win something, because I don't care whether they come second and they win nothing and he scores 20 plus goals, that doesn't mean anything. They brought him in there to win stuff. So he's under that sort of pressure. I think he's under a lot of pressure. I watched him against Juve and I thought he was poor, personally. You know, I didn't think he was great. And I don't personally think he actually suits the way that Barcelona are going to try and play. But, you know, that's just me personally. I don't think he was the right striker for them. I think he made sense with Chelsea more, but, you know, that's just me.
Well, as I said, we shall see. Ardes talks to me in Bundesliga, man.
So, AJ, did you see that garbage that Fabrizio tweeted?
Well, what did he tweet?
Bro, check it yourself, man.
Okay, relax, man. Okay. Ardes, well, let me see what's... So, Ardes, talk to me about the Bundesliga.
I think first and foremost, congratulations to Barcelona for securing the Marcos Alonso transfer, man. So, like... another new signing. Laporta is the GOAT, bringing in world-class players in to strengthen the defense and obviously to assist Lewandowski up top. So Alonso squaring it to Lewandowski, that's what we're going to be seeing in the La Liga this season. So shout out to Laporta for another signing. As far as the Bundesliga is concerned, I mean, I don't think anyone was really saying that if Lewandowski... Were people really saying if Lewandowski was going to leave, that Bayern Munich were not going to win the Bundesliga? I remember seeing many people saying that, like, Bayern Munich are clear. I mean, I knew that Bayern Munich were always going to win the business when the previous coach was a Niko Kovac, who probably was one of the worst coaches in recent Bayern Munich history in terms of the L's they took, and yet he still won a Bundesliga title. So that's the level there. And obviously Nagelsmann is a level of miles above Niko Kovac, and yet they still won. So unless there's some reasonable competition from other teams, you're not going to get that from Dortmund now that Haaland, except Etal have gone. You know, we can probably already say that Bayern Munich are going to win the Bundesliga title right now. That's probably fair to say. I assume, I mean, that Frankfurt team, did that Frankfurt team lose any players over the summer? Is the same team that outpassed Barcelona last season? I see. Okay, that's interesting. So
why do you love Barcelona, bro?
No. I'm just.
Stop stealing players with the money you don't own, you thief. Ricardo, pipe down.
Both your mouths, man.
Ricardo, there's a reason why I put you down in the bottom there. Shut up, man.
I'm just trying to think of reasons as to why they might have lost. It might have been they let players go over the summer transfer window. I don't know. I've not followed Frankfurt's transfer window this season, but it's apparently the same team that spanked Barca. Fair enough. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, they got the thing. What I would say, the thing about Bayern Munich, unlike say the PSGs and the cities, is although we clown the Bundesliga regarding Bayern Munich winning 10-11, the reality is they still perform in Champions League. That's the thing. So it's like, despite there not being in quote competition, they're still able to perform, with the exception of last season against Villarreal. To be fair, generally speaking, they perform in the Champions League. So what's the excuse for the PSGs et al. That are in a slightly more competitive league and have their domestic league on lock, but still flop in the Champions League? You know what I mean? So you can't blame Bayern Munich, and the team has always been professional, regardless of the opponent they have.
You can never blame Bayern. It's just the league structure. Hence why I say you need. Yeah. But as Hokage said, they obviously will rebel against Saudi guys coming through.
No, yeah, so, they're going to stick to 50+1 for culture reasons. I mean, you see the RB Leipzig, so in the way that they're sort of run, there's a lot of hatred towards that club because of their franchise, etc. So, like the first club that a Saudi would come into, let's assume it was, I don't know, Hoffenheim. Let's say that they would be hated, they would be despised, so by all of German fans, German football. So, I just think that, and the other thing, sort of just to end, is that, like, we can't neglect the fact that they have lost a lot of their managerial talent. A lot of the top managers have left the Bundesliga and are coaching, mostly coaching in the Premier League, to be fair, or other leagues. So when you've got a loss of your talent as well as your coaching talent, like, it's not going to end well. So as far as Lewandowski is concerned, I mean, you never know. If he has a decent World Cup, that might potentially override whatever he does for Barcelona. But unlike Ricardo, I actually have more faith in Ricardo actually in Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski will score 25+ goals actually. Ooh. That's I think he'll really pop off in La Liga, and
All right.
Do things.
Smoke, talk to me. Bundesliga, man, and Bayern.
You know, I remember on here I once said that even if Bayern had Choupo-Moting as the main striker, they'll still win the Bundesliga. That's just the sad reality of it, right? For them, man, I think they could even add some players from the women's team, right?
Wait. Smoke.
Right. No.
Look, they just won the Euros. England just won the Euros. Come on.
Are you Don Smoke? Are you saying the German women's Euro team, if they play for Bayern, could win the Bundesliga? Is that what
I'm saying? Yeah, they could sneak a few and you wouldn't even notice. Like they'll still play, right? I feel like the gap between the first and second is that huge, right? And especially with Haaland leaving, right? It's just hard to compete because the reality is they do poach, guys. Let's be honest. Every season, I think like now they're trying to get that Lima guy from Leipzig, and the coach doesn't want. Every season they just look for one person, at least one. They just sneak him in, and eventually the thing is it goes unnoticed because they do it. It's like one from here, so it's not like they're pulling all from it. And the thing is, in every league, the biggest team or the winners have always done it. It's not new to. United done it as well during Fergie's time. Juve were doing it when they were going through those multiple times. It's just the reality of and the truth is, the best young prospects want to go to a team where they're gonna win. That's football. If you're competitive enough, you want to win, right? So it's I feel as if the only thing now is it has an impact on Bayern Munich in the Champions League when they go to the knockout stage, and the fact that because you're not tested technically or tactically week in, week out, there is a bit of chink in your armor, right? And you saw it last season against Villarreal, whereby Emery was a better tactician than Nagelsmann. Whereas week in, week out, if you're facing managers of that caliber, you are used to that pressure and those kind of challenges, and you can't put solutions. It's about how can you react and can't put solutions during the game. And that's what wins you knockouts.
But I think last season was an exception though, because Bayern Munich generally usually get to semi-finals
with better managers though. With better managers, Flick was a good manager.
Yeah, but he was an assistant manager before he got promoted to main manager. So it wasn't like he had managed big clubs beforehand. So he was a good manager, obviously, but it's not that he was like he came from Real Madrid or somewhere, like he was assistant and then he got promoted.
No, again, I'm saying the talent still needs to be there. Because as they said, like most of the talented German managers, you find them in the Premier League, in other leagues.
Yeah,
right. You need that competition week in, week. It helps you as a manager because, like, for example, I feel as if Arteta could be a better manager managing in the EPL than managing Bayern for 3 seasons. Because he goes up against Tuchel, he goes up against Klopp, he goes up against Pep. Those kind of challenges help you as a manager because your in-game thinking has to be spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And when you face that week in, week out, you become better as a manager because you're always on your toes. Whereby, hence I give props to Bayern Munich because they're in pilot mode for 3/4 of the season and then they have to switch on. And you see with PSG, it doesn't work. Right. Hence I'm saying it requires talent from the manager to win such things. But I'm not surprised. It's going to happen again. That's why I said that it's good. I want to see Lewandowski in, but I feel as if because of the creativity around him as well at Barca, he'll have enough chances because now he has Rafinha, he has
Smoke. 25 minimum. 25 minimum goals. Like anything less than 25, then I'm applying the tax to him. And Smoke, stop swinging your chair and smiling. It's a price of Haaland as well. Your boy Haaland better drop some G's as well.
No,
because
the thing is,
no. Smoke. There's no thing is. Smoke.
I agree with you, but it's going to happen because of the chances.
Smoke. Don't try and do that whole African thing and try and be silky with your words. Haaland and Lewandowski are under massive pressure.
25 Premier League goals.
No, but HH.
No, Jones. Here's the thing. 25 minimum for Lewandowski. Haaland 20 minimum, but specifically he Darwin Nunez must not outscore him. Jones, if Darwin Nunez and Jesus and Sterling outscore Haaland, Smoke, he better not. But specifically, the two guys you shoved away like unwanted orphans down into the streets, if they outscore Haaland, Smoke, you're gonna have to come onto the streams a little.
Let's be
different.
honest, man. Haaland's got to be top 3 in the Premier League, or else this guy's a fraud.
Yes.
No, you'll be there.
Only Son,
could score goals.
only Salah or Son and Kane can pass him, and maybe Ronaldo.
If Sterling could score goals, Haaland the chances will be there. I won't say he will score every chance, but he will score goals.
He better. Okay, let me take this to Bears, man. So, shout out to your boy Daddy Uso says that Bayern, most overrated club in the world, 2 CLs in 30 years. But that's still 2 more than Man City and PSG. So, what are we saying? IFAC, ring and treble season. Tony allegedly injured Ronaldo to strike on Sunday. What?
Aren't they facing the team that they got pumped 4-0 last year?
Wait. RDS, do you know anything about this?
Martial being injured. Yeah, he's injured. He's not playing. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
The 7th coming is not coming.
Daddy Us, Bayern fans starving for CLs. They count trophies from 1972. Thank you for that, Daddy Us. Bayern has only 2 CLs in a CL era. Hashtag cancer. Okay, all right. Thank you for Daddy Us. Bayern's biggest achievement is 8-2. They also won a treble in 2013 as well. So maybe you count that as well.
2020,
2020 as well. But people say COVID tax. If Bayern have 6 CLs, PSG have a CL. Hashtag 2 in 30 years. Daddy Us, you're such a brilliant mind, man. Thank you for the dub, man. Daddy Us, man. Football breakdown. Like the dub, man. This is why the Lewandowski Eto'o argument bugs me. If you ever watched Eto'o, y'all would never imagine taking Levin over a guy who was repeatedly cooking Zidane figure on R9 at Mallorca before it was 24. I think it's already agreed that Eto'o is top 10 strikers of all time, and I don't think there's anybody who puts Lewandowski over Samuel Eto'o. If you do, then you're mad. Nobody puts Lewandowski over Eto'o.
Some dummies put Lewandowski over Suarez, but. Another story.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's relax. Like Lewandowski ain't Eto'o, bro. Let's relax. That's not happening. Lewandowski ain't Eto'o. No way.
At least he take care of his kids. Whatever.
Okay, let's.
They're not his. Those aren't his kids.
Eto'o's a proper dickhead for that.
This isn't a criminal court. This is not a criminal court or a civil court. Talents FC. 2022. Who even watches Bundesliga? I try to. Highlines, no defending. Strikers have 5 or 6 1v1s each match. At least Ubi Eats is physical. Ask Messi. Induct Bundesliga.
The Bundesliga is actually fun to watch. If you really don't care, if you don't care about like
team,
it's actually
it's open. Like, basically, it's like every man, woman, and child attack. Prajesh, daddy issues got brain damage after 8-2. Oh, I think this is beef.
Daddy issues.
That's a good one. That's a good one for Daddy. That's a good one. What's it called? TKO. Ricardo is just laughing at you guys. No, nothing. TKO.
You guys.
TKO. You won't be able to use that image because that guy in your AVR isn't registered. You freaking dumb.
HH. I'd be mad too, man. Just know I'd be mad too.
FC Junior, welcome to membership. Welcome aboard, man. Welcome to Mobile. Daddy issues. Look, like I got some £2 max haters from the Farmers League. Thank you, bro, man. Brooks, Klopp back to Dortmund after Liverpool is the only hope. Klopp ain't going back to Dortmund, bro.
To win a league, because he's not going to win it with Liverpool again, so he might as well try. He's a better chance of winning the Bundesliga.
Oh, smoke's bringing the smoke, man.
1 in 5. We count it.
Dajo, hey yo, y'all got Lacazette on the hangout. Shout out to the Arsenal. Y'all are going to surprise some people. Okay, I mean, it's sort of, but see, here's the thing though. I would actually take this as an insult because of how trash he is. And so forth. Because do you know what's so weird? The difference in Arsenal's attack from Lacazette to Jesus is crazy. Because we just look at Jesus, his first touch, how he drifts past guys. Lacazette couldn't do any of that. Now, when he now combines goals in it, Lacazette's that guy stole money, bro. He stole money.
with Lacazette though, I think Jesus plays like the player that he thought he was in the first season. Like, you know what I mean? The Lacazette in the last season was atrocious, but in the first season for the first 5 games, he was all right.
Jones, 5 games. 5 games. That's what, yeah, I think he needs to pay back some money, but daddy issues. I'm here to rattle and make Farmers League fans waste £2. Shout out to you, daddy issues, man. Whimsical thought. What's good is the moralist 50+1 rule for? This is still quintessentially competition. How is this a competition when the playing field is not leveled? Because what I've come to realize is that club football and everything, it's about culture. And people care more about culture than competition. So people just go... I mean, when you're a Frankfurt fan or a Braunschweig fan and so forth, you don't really care about winning. Okay, winning is cool, but what you care about is that this represents my town, my city, my community, and this is just a symbol of what we're about. So competition ain't real, but for me, I care about competition, bro. That's my thing. Shout out to boy Adams. Respects my club at HH? No. 20 times Man United. You've not won a trophy in freaking 6 years. I'm not respecting your bum-ass club. You will never, ever get to sing that about your dead club that was conceived when Mourinho landed in the Premier League. In his words, respect. Adams, you're clown. Your Bombers club has not won a trophy in 6 years. You stole that UCL in 2008 by getting Drogba sent off, and you only won it because John Terry slipped. So first of all, that 08 thing, it doesn't freaking count. And if we had got to the final, and basically his Bombers club cheated in 08, and we know we would have beaten them in 09, and his Bombers club paid the referee in 09 because we know that we would have beaten his Bombers club if we reached the final. So Adams, I'm sorry. Don't come here preaching about something when your club has not won anything in 6 years. Worry about Nine Hag. Let Nine Hag get top 4, then we can talk. Thank you.
Just to add to his point, just to clarify, do Chelsea have the same amount of Premier League titles as Sunderland?
So basically, Mount, he got the ball, and then Mount then did like a through ball to Havertz. Edison kept... Smoke, remember, so Smoke, Edison came out.
We have more Premier League titles than Chelsea.
Smoke. Edison came out, and Havertz then did like a little shimmy, give me the mic so I can take it away. So that's what he did, man. So yeah, man, that's what happened.
We have more Premier League titles than Chelsea. Do you know that?
Wait, Smoke, do you have a UCL?
Wait, we have a European.
Do you have a UCL? Oh, okay, all right.
1969.
Wing. Todd Father is a real baller. Money, we got another daddy. Ricardo, you know that we are partly owned by a Saudi group.
Oh, are you? Are you gonna start singing? What are you doing,
so Ricardo, we actually have the money.
Wait, you guys work
Arabian Nights?
I mean, you better have a lot of money because that boy got fleeced from that deal.
Yeah, shut up, man. Silent FC article on Mailspot. Sodbi Saudis #fraud money. No, real money. Relax. Alps. Bundesliga is a dead league. 6-1. What the F? Just ended. Us. Bot 8270. Yes, 2 CLs in 30 years. And Juve. Thank you for that. Daddy issues. The excuse for PSG is no COVID and Chocomont tax. RDS. Huh? All right. Thank you for that, man. Alps. Keep hates going to bust, so we are coming for all of you with no money. Thank you. Eddie.
Let's go.
Eddie, it begins. Eddie, I'm a bit worried. Slightly. I'm slightly worried. Because I have a slight nightmare. And my nightmare is Sterling missing a few chances. Quite a few chances. That's one of my nightmares. Because because the way I think Smoke looks like if he was a bit so happy that we received Sterling and so forth. So I think Smoke may have fleeced us. But Eddie, here's the thing though. Do you? It's a simple question. Would it be reactionary if Chelsea lost to that bum-ass rookie Lampard Everton, and I said Tuchel's job is now unsafe if we lose to Everton and Lampard? Because Eddie, let's be real. I think Lampard is odds on to be sacked, to be the first manager to be sacked this season. So how important is it that we beat Everton and so forth? And what are your expectations? Because Eddie, here's my thing though. We need a striker. And Eddie, I don't know what people are saying. I'm taking Aubameyang, but for this Everton game, bro, how confident are you of this game? Or do you think that we should be slightly worried? And how bad would it be if we were to lose to Everton, knowing how crap Lampard is?
Nah, look, I know preseason's been bad and all, but I think looking back at it now, Tuchel's been using a lot of players he's not going to use during the season. So the only worry I'd have would be more the fitness of the players and how they can get through the game. But with 5 cells, I'm pretty sure we can remediate that. Chelsea should beat Everton quite easily tomorrow. I don't see Everton being a threat really. If they still had Richarlison and all them players from last season, then yeah, it'll be a problem. But come on, man. Calvert-Lewin's not been in Chelsea by himself. Let's get real. But look, Raheem Sterling's gonna miss chances. Yeah, Chelsea need another attacking player.
But here's the thing: he can't miss more chances than Jones. Put that crap down. Jones, put that crap away, please. Jones, put that crap away. Please don't give me PTSD. Eddie, he can't miss more chances than Timo Werner.
No, exactly. He won't miss the same chances that Timo Werner misses. That's the thing. My thing with him is if he'll actually get the same quality of chances he got at City. That's something we need to be more worried about because Chelsea don't create like City do. But he'll get opportunities. He will do a thing or two. I don't know if I like him in the false 9 to be honest, because I'm seeing rumors of him playing the false 9. I don't know if I like that. I'd rather have him on the left with Ziyech on the right or something, and Havertz through the middle, and they can all just rotate amongst each other like that. Havertz is not the goal scorer we want, but
Eddie he's not. Havertz is not. See, if I say that, Havertz is a guy that can do many things. He is not a specialist at one thing, but one thing is that he is not a striker. That's why it is very important we get a striker. Eddie Aubameyang. Yeah, Eddie. Who else is there?
let's not get into this whole.
That's what I don't like about people. You can't say, "Oh, that's so stupid," and then you can't offer me an alternative. Eddie, we need a striker. We need a striker.
We need a finisher. And I think Aubameyang does fit the bill of what Chelsea would. Ideally want. If you offered,
Ricardo, can you mute your mic, please?
If you offered me Aubameyang, I'll take him. But I think everyone in world football now is playing chicken with Barcelona because they know they can't register players. So you either terminate contracts or you suck it up. So I think everyone's waiting for his contract to get terminated with Depay. Look, I will take them both. I will take Depay and Aubameyang.
Please take them both, man.
Chelsea
take them both.
for this season, but not at those wages. At this point, but. No, look, with the players Tuchel's targeting, you can see what he wants to do. He does. It's similar to Nagelsmann and what he's trying to do in Bayern in terms of not having that one focal point as striker, and just having a fluid kind of front three. How that works in the Premier League, I don't know. City done it without a striker last season. Chelsea obviously can't do it at the same quality, but I'm keen to see how Tuchel develops his ideas as the season goes on. I'm hearing he wants to play a back four. I don't know how you can play that with the way we've done business.
Eddie, I want 4-3-3, but no, Eddie, back three, nah, I don't want that back three.
Okay, but
let's attack, man. Let's attack. Let's be brave.
Yeah, but unless you buy another centre back, right, and another one or two attacking players, and probably have to buy Frankie De Jong as well. So we're talking buy 4 more players in this window. That's not happening. So, I'm sorry, I love Thiago Silva, but I don't think he's fit enough to play a back 4 this season. Yeah? Thiago Silva is a back 5. Azpilicueta had just signed an extension. That's back 5 tax. That just screams back 5. And you didn't sign Cucurella to bench Chilwell, in my opinion. I think they're going to play together. Which is a bit of a problem sometimes, but I don't mind it. Especially tactically and seeing what Tuchel likes to do with his back threes and also everything screams back 3 for me. With no DM as well. It's just a lot of back 3. But what I like is the depth that Chelsea have in defensive areas, and hopefully if they can, doesn't matter if they add De Jong or not. I think they've got depth in midfield as well. So now it's just about solidifying those this season. Attack is going to be an issue for Chelsea this season. Let's get used to it. Yeah, attack will be a problem. But if Chelsea can be solid from defense to midfield, I don't know how people say defense wins championships or defense wins trophies or league titles, and you have Chelsea finishing 6th with a good defense and midfield. I don't get it. Yeah, because Chelsea can get away with 1-0 wins throughout the season. I'm not saying. But
Chelsea never really had like a great defense. The defense is not so great, so that's the thing.
Defense wins championships when you have a good manager.
Oh. You need the manager. Like that, when people say that stuff is like, yeah, but you also cannot ignore like how important the manager is to that the defense as well. But my thing is, look, see, I'm with you. We have Chelsea should beat Everton with or without a striker and so forth. They should. So you shouldn't be. People should really panic after only one game. No. But for Chelsea to lose to Everton, who have just lost Richarlison, clearly their best player, I'm going to have to ask questions because Tuchel is a superior manager. It's a superior team with better players, and Everton have lost a key attacking player. So there is no reason at all Chelsea should be losing to Everton. No reason at all. So I don't want to jinx anything, man.
No, Chelsea aren't losing to Everton. That's a guarantee.
Well said,
Chelsea aren't losing to
Eddie, don't. I mean, like Eddie.
Chelsea.
Eddie, no, hold on. Eddie, leave room for doubts. Just leave room for doubts. Just leave room.
Chelsea
for doubts,
aren't losing to Frank Lampard, my guy. Please.
Streets translation. Anything can happen. So we hope and we pray.
Guaranteed.
Jones, what do you say, man? Chelsea, Everton, man.
And
also, do you think Lampard gets sacked? First manager to get sacked?
I think Everton are going to go down. Personally, I don't see them staying up. I think they're going to go down. I don't think they invested well. I think Richarlison was a mistake. I think Lampard was a mistake. I think they're going down, but I don't think it's 100% that Chelsea beat them. I don't think it's 100%. I think most likely, 75%. But I think there is room for doubt. There's a couple of things that concern me about Chelsea. You said Havertz. I just want to ask a question. You said Havertz is great at a lot of things. What are these lots of things he's great at?
He can finish. He's good in the air. He's good at bringing the ball up, and he can create and pass. The issue is this: he is played out of position.
What position
is
he
played?
What is
He's an attacking midfielder, or he plays behind the striker. He's played solely as an attack. He's either been played as a striker or as a flank attacker. When you saw him at Leverkusen, or when you see him for Germany, he's an attacking midfielder. And when he's looked good for Chelsea, he's deep in the midfield to bring the ball up in midfield. So because he can do all these multi-talented things, you have to give him room in the pitch to explore rather than just plunk him down in one of the attacking areas. So the issue is, because you just stuck him in the attacking area, he isn't really as effective. It's like Mount. See, I respect Mount because Mount is more adaptable than Havertz. So Mount, even though Mount is played out of position, he can still find a way to be effective. But Mount's best position is an 8. But he's just, because he's better, he's more adaptable than Havertz, you can still say what's up. For Havertz, you can see that his position is, he should be an attacking midfielder who is bringing the ball up, and he should be receiving the ball deeper much further back in the pitch. He's too high up. Mm-hmm. So there's less room for him to really express himself as a player. That's the issue. So, but the thing is, it's the freaking formation. And that's what I say, play at freaking 4-3-3, because if you play 4-3-3, then you can play Havertz as one of the freaking midfielders and have the two guys, whether it's freaking Kansé and Kovacic in there.
Just before Jones goes, I think the thing with Havertz is his development has kind of been stunted by different managers having different ideas for him. You go to Germany, where I think he played like bloody 500 positions, and he was quite effective in those because Bundesliga tax. And then you come to England, and Lampard had him receiving the ball from the centre backs. And at Chelsea, he's played as an 8, he's played as a 10, he's played as a winger, right-sided attacking player, and now a false 9. So I don't think he's ever really had that run of games at one specific position. I mean, maybe last season, the last couple of months, you can say as a false 9, that was about it. But I don't think we've ever seen Havertz nail down one specific position and be like, okay, he's a 10, let's see what he can do for a whole season. So I'm just hoping, because from what it looks like this season, it might be nailed on to start as a false nine. If that is it, then let's see what it is. And he's still learning the false nine. He's even said it himself. So it's either we get him in his best position, which is as a 10, and see what he can actually do. Because he's got the technique to do it.
The formation that Chelsea have there's no 10 there. There's no 10 for the formation that Chelsea have.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Okay, so let me come back to Jones. Talk to me, Jones.
Yeah. So the question, can I talk about Havertz? Can I just like
go.
So the question I have with players like Havertz is I kind of see them in that sort of Pogba thing, and I don't know if Red Devil will agree with me, where he's a player where, because he's not playing in his favorite position and he has enough attributes where he looks like he can play in different positions, you kind of put him out in different positions because you want to try and see if you can get something. But I don't personally think that he's good enough to change your whole formation for, because if you have a player that you need to change your formation for, they should be the focal point and he should be a star. And I don't think he's a star right now. I'm not saying I don't think he's not a good player. I just don't think he's a star. And also, I look at players like Saka, and obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm not going to be biased. I look at Foden and other players that I feel like maybe they weren't playing in their favorite positions at first, but they have adapted. They can play several positions. We've seen Saka at left back, we've seen him at left wing, right wing. We've seen Foden play everywhere apart from defense. Do you know what I mean? So I do see a part of it where I'd like to see him adapt a little bit, just to show me a bit more in a certain position. I'm like, okay, this is not his favorite position, but he's almost made this his own, and he will play there to the best of his ability. So that's the question mark I have with him. I don't really like players that can only really play one place when they have attributes to be able to play multiple positions. With Chelsea, I personally think that your team is better than what a lot of people think it is. I think Sterling is a fantastic signing.
Finishing sixth.
You think that? I think a lot of people do that thing where they forget that Chelsea. If you look at Chelsea, you guys in the last 15 or 16 years have won the most or the second most trophies. I think you've built a culture where you guys thrive even when people think you're not thriving. And I think that it's not really in Chelsea's nature to have like multiple bad seasons after bad seasons. So
Bram Tex.
Leave Bram alone.
But if you look at what they're doing, they're spending a lot of money. They're planning to spend a lot of money, and they would have spent a lot of money if Barcelona didn't steal half their players.
All their players.
Yeah, other players. But I think in the short term, Aubameyang makes sense. I think he'll score way more goals than Werner. I think he works hard. He's got a lot of work rate. It's almost weird to me because I think if Barca didn't sign as much players, would you guys want to keep Aubameyang? I think he was amazing for you guys when he was there. He did a job.
He was incredibly inefficient.
You think so?
Yes. He scored 13 goals, but the quality of chances he's had, like he should have at least touched 20, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Jones, don't give him any ideas. We'll take him.
No, you can have him. You can have him. We don't want that.
Ricardo, Jones, we'll take him. Let's see what Lewandowski does, because you know that Lewandowski is going to be this amazing revelation. Because Jones, let's not. You know what?
Weren't you the one working for him?
Ricardo, my lips are sick. Ricardo, enjoy Lewandowski. Go to Dowski, enjoy him. Jones, please talk. Please continue.
So just to ask you, Eddie and HH, do you guys want Sane? Because I see the links with Sane. Do you guys want him? Like, do you think that makes sense? Would you take him tomorrow? Would you buy him?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
1,000%.
This guy will take Super Moteng.
That would be a down.
Sane, yes, because my gosh, he can dribble, and you need a guy who. Jones, we have a situation where there is nobody in this attack that knows how to dribble. There's nobody in this attack that's in a 1v1 situation, they have a brain freeze.
But that's why you signed Sterling. That's why you
Ricardo, can you worry about registering players, please?
Hold on. Jones, don't do this to me, please.
Yeah.
You basically just telling me we can have Sterling, Aubameyang, and Sane starting.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I think if you guys get that front three, that's going to be one of the best.
No. But Jones, let's be real.
Let's be
but Jones, let's be real. We're not getting like Son is not leaving.
Son is not coming. He's not coming. He's not coming.
But the other question mark is: can Tuchel get Aubameyang to what would be more efficient? Because obviously you're saying that he scored a lot of goals, but he's inefficient, and he was terrible at Arsenal before he left. can you get him back to some sort of good level? And can you get Sterling back to the Sterling he was 3 seasons ago when he potted in 20 and he was putting in like 30 something every season?
See, Jones, I'm sure Ed will agree. I'm willing to make that bet because see, my thing is that with Aubameyang, who else is there? Every other top striker is spoken for, and I don't want Immobile anywhere near my vicinity and so forth. So, John,
Look.
You were actually thinking about Immobile?
Take Luka Jovic. I think he'll suit your team. He belongs there.
Smoke. We shut down the fat camp at West London was shut down a few weeks ago. So Jovic, I don't think there's any points.
Were you not interested in Dybala?
Nah. Nah.
Eddie.
Nah.
I mean, no, but do you know what the issue is? The formation.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if he played a 4-3-3, or a 4-2-3-1, but there's no space for him. So my thing is that there's no point to get if this is the formation that is stuck with. It's about striker. That's it.
I think you guys are one Aubameyang rejection from getting Abraham back. If Aubameyang says no, I think Abraham will come back. I think you guys will force that transfer through if you get there.
Tuchel.
Look, okay. This people need to realize something. I don't care about the back five or back three or whatever, right? Because I'm just looking at the targets and what Tuchel wants to do. Obviously, last year we had the drop from Chilwell to Alonso was mad. it was bad. Let's face it. Now you've got Cucurella coming on that side, right? Because I can't tell you how many times I had to watch Malang Sarr play left wing back. Right, so the quality of chances Chelsea will get from the wide areas will be much better than what they got last season. Let's face it. Let's not pretend like it will be the same as the last season. On the right side, you have Rich James. I think Hudson-Odoi will play more right wing back this season. That's what I can see coming. Yeah, whether we agree with it or not, that's left for us to argue. But there will be chances going into the box. Now, what we need is someone who's clinical in that box, right? That's the reason behind getting Sterling, right? Yes, one-on-one. I don't think. Yeah, yeah. Sterling, come on.
AJ,
Smoke. Don't
Eddie,
act like. Hold on.
Eddie, talk over him. Talk over him.
Smoke. Let's not act like Sterling didn't feed off chances that was created at City, right? He was good in the box. No, don't do this, man. And these City fans make me sick, bro.
I know. No, Eddie. See, Eddie. That's why, Eddie. Guys, you don't know how much it would please me to wipe that arrogant smile off Pep's face Eddie, do you know how much I would if Chelsea could just win this damn league? Chelsea could just win this damn league because the arrogance of these City fans, man.
No. HH, you know our best signing is actually selling Sterling to Chelsea, right? The fact that you have Werner and my dream is to have Werner and Sterling playing together at the same time.
That's not happening.
Nah, you can't do it. Come on. That's too far. That's too far. Come on.
Right. And then, no. So then you can understand what we went through. The thing is this: because of the number of chances we create, we make more players. If we made Torres look like he's a world beater. Let's not hide the fact. Barca bought Torres from us because he was balling. Until he went to their team where they had less chances, then you got to see that no, conversion rate is actually a thing in football, right? Even that opening goal he scored for you, that bubbled off him. If you honest, it bubbled off him.
He's still better than Werner. He's still better than Werner.
This is something people don't understand. Chelsea, hold on. Chelsea scored the third most goals last season with Timo Werner and Lukaku.
But the gap is 20. We scored 199. You scored like 70 something. It's not like when you say third, it makes it sound close. It's not that close.
Mason Mount your top.
Yeah, but
want him to leave.
No, it wasn't.
Sterling is an upgrade.
Eddie, the question is: are you trying to win the league or finish third?
Chelsea are not winning the league this season. Let's get that right. They're not winning the league this season.
I mean, right? Top four. They're not getting
you see,
top four.
With Bram, it was different. It was more ruthless. You win the league or you get sacked. Hence, I'm saying So you're not going to be you won the most because you were the most ruthless. It's either you achieve or you move on. I don't think Bowley is that ruthless.
Let's face it. If Bram was here, Chelsea winning the league anyways. Let's not act
No,
like.
Tuchel will be gone. It's either you win the league.
Oh,
or you go.
no. But I think that his point is that thing would be good. Actually, let me come because we'll come on. So let me come to Ardes and then Ricardo. So Ardes, where are you at with Chelsea, Everton, Lampard, and so forth?
I'm disappointed in Chelsea fans, man, because like you're usually very, very hyped when it comes to the Premier. And HH in particular, like where's the optimism? Where's the we are going to win the Premier League, the UCL? Where?
It's very simple. Give me Neymar in a 4-3-3, and I will bring out my guitar. My guitar is right there. Give me Neymar in a 4-3-3, and I will bring out the guitar. Nene. Bring out Nene, and I will do the Nene with my guitar. That's my thing. And despite that, RDS, I go in with hope. Wakanda for forever. I go in with hope with the new season, bro. So.
Well, the thing is, #Tommy T, right?
Thomas Tuchel. His name is Thomas Tuchel.
Well, it's Tommy T, like in
Tuchel.
In video. So Tommy T or
Thomas Tuchel.
whichever one. I still think that Chelsea fans are going a bit overboard here, So especially because the English Messi, as you called him, Mason Mount. Remember when? Remember?
I was drunk. Artist, I was drunk.
I'm not. Well, it sounds fairly sober to me. So like,
I was under the influence. So there you go.
It was just English Messi's, but he's at the club and he was your top scorer. So like he's potentially going into his prime. So potentially we're talking about a player that could take Chelsea up.
But artist, Chelsea are in no position as of right now. Chelsea are in no position to win the league.
Exactly.
They're in no position to win the league.
Why?
No, but the thing is that but Chelsea should always be in a position to win the league. So Chelsea cannot go into a season focusing on top four. So the thing is that how do we get from now till September to win the league? Now, my thing is Everton. Chelsea should beat the crap out of Everton with or without the signings, because Everton under Lampard, those guys are trash. But I'm as my fear, because if Chelsea lose to Everton, I'm panicking.
Why would Chelsea lose to Everton though? That's the key.
It's a Chelsea thing to do. Chelsea have shown many times that a game in which you should win, you lose. Bro, didn't Brentford and Burnley say what's up to Chelsea at the bridge? So that's why I'm funny, because whenever Chelsea should do something, they don't. Whenever they shouldn't do something, they do it. So, but whether that whole Chelsea jinx is there, I'm sorry. There is no explanation as to how I'm accepting a loss to Lampard and Everton.
Is it possible that like Todd B is seeing this and thinking, right, if Lampard scores Chelsea and has a good season, and I want to get on board with the English folk?
No way.
No, I'm just saying that maybe like it's just possible that he's seeing. Yeah.
But but are you saying Chelsea beats Everton, or do you think Everton may make a surprise?
Nah, Chelsea's got to be Everton, man, because it's at home, isn't it? It's not. It's
a Goodison Park. Goodison Park.
Okay. I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy game because it's the first game of the season. Goodison Park has an atmosphere. So, like, yes, I know Everton have not had the greatest of pre-seasons, and Lampard is a brick, but you can never, like, first game of the season tax, so fans tax. So, I think in that respect, it will be difficult. I still expect Chelsea to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got a draw, for example. But, like, a peltering, like, nah, come on. There's
a super low block. They'll
play
a super low block. I'm saying they'll play a super low block.
They'll do what they did against Chelsea and United, I reckon, towards the end of last season when they were
even Liverpool,
where they'll just, quite nick a goal, produce a super low block because they don't exactly have any forward. You're talking about forward players. They don't have anybody. They don't. Richarlison, I don't know how they'll score. So the only way they'll be able to get through is if somehow, your goalkeeper has a brick mistake, or
Edward, UCL winner, exactly. And AFCON winner.
Exactly.
HH, are you guys targeting the Carabao Cup this season?
Ricardo, thoughts on
Chelsea, man? On the team or the game?
Ricardo, don't get cheeky with me.
No, I'm gonna give you an honest assessment because I think the game against Everton, this should be an easy An easy 3-0 in my opinion. Like, Everton's ass. Like, who do they even have up front? To be honest, they're
Dominic
ass.
Calvert-Lewin. He models on the side.
Okay,
he models on the side.
So like Jackie G is what you're telling me. So I mean, it's not a serious club. Everton, after the way they finished last season,
Everton.
yeah,
I think they were 16th or 17th.
16th, yeah.
Yeah, they were
16th.
borderline about to get relegated. I don't know. To be honest, this should be an easy 3-0 in my opinion. I think this is a good confidence builder. I think they'll start off easy. I don't like Chelsea. To be honest, defensively they always will be all right. I think as far as I've always watched Chelsea, they've defensively always been a very good team. And it's like Eddie said, like these guys could, play haram balls 1-0 like to a good position in the league, and I wouldn't be surprised. They do need attack because against obviously another team not named Everton, they will probably more likely struggle to score. But I mean, like, y'all spend what, like 77 million on a left back that you on a Spanish Hugh Wizzy essentially is what you spent it on. Like, y'all a Catalan Hugh Wizzy might say. Like, don't you guys already have Ben?
That's a yellow card, bro.
Oh, come on, man! This guy, bro.
No, they're going to pay 80 for Fofana, aren't they, from Leicester?
Apparently, Chelsea said that's not even good enough. So
85.
Jeez.
No, but look, like you guys paid 77 million for the guy whose career peaked at Getafe and Brighton. Like you would think you'd be.
Why are you salty, bro? Why are you salty?
Salty about
why?
Wait, why
Ricardo,
would I be salty?
why are you
salty? Eddie. Why would I be salty?
Reject.
Wait. Why would I be salty when you guys paid more for the Spanish Hugh Wizzy than Man City paid for Haaland? Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Hold on, Ricardo. Cucurella walks into Barcelona now.
Okay, first of all, Eddie, I'm gonna give
Cucurella walks into Barcelona.
I'm gonna give you a reminder. Okay?
He walks into Barcelona. Who did Barca have a left back?
Let me tell you something.
Alba would still start over him.
Yeah, thank you.
He doesn't make Spain.
Eddie, for your sake, for your sake, I hope Cucurella doesn't do good in Chelsea, okay? Because the moment this guy does great for Chelsea, which I think he will be a solid player, right? Jordi Alba and that serial murderer Marcos Alonso will retire eventually. The moment we ring for Cucurella, that guy's getting on a first-class ticket back to Barcelona. So I mean, I want to be talking about.
So wait. How about Ricardo just spent the first 2 minutes talking about how the Spanish Uwizi.
Yeah, but
he's already planning his twerk party for Cucurella if it goes
no,
great.
No, I'm predicting the
future. No. So I see how it is.
No, Eddie. Cucurella is from Barca Academy and he wasn't good enough to make it.
Exactly.
So the moment they call him back, he's like, this is my dream. He's going.
Yo, look at the interviews in the past. This guy says he will take a flight tomorrow if he had to.
Eddie, real funny. This is coming from a guy whose team lost like 8-2. To a team and whose team lost to Frankfurt and so forth.
Lost every
and it's like, isn't it weird that he seems to be talking so much when he has players that he can't register? And the last time you won the UCL, bro, like it was a long time ago. Smoke, can you please talk over this clan wearing a Coca? Also, wait, no, hold on. Wait, who wears a Coca-Cola shirt? Why pouring Coke? Why you pouring Coke? Smoke, can you talk over this Coke merchant, please?
They're looking for sponsors, right? So they got the fans to.
I can't lie, that was a good one. All that
was right, so get them by any means. It's by any means. I won't be talking if Casey is wearing Fanta or Pepsi. Right, it's by any means. No, but funny enough, right? They have a point in the sense that the thing of buying failed stars of previous academies is for them the dream is always to come back and make it. So it's quite a risk. But at the end of the day, I feel as if Cucurella is the perfect signing for what Tuchel is trying to do. In the sense that, hence I feel as if it makes much more sense even for him to go to Chelsea over City, because City he'd be competing against Cancelo, and he would play when you need a defense, a much more defensive approach. Whereby with what Tuchel is trying to do, he can play left centre back and left wing back, and I think he's an upgrade on that side dude who I think they sold. So I think for Cucurella as well, because it's the World Cup here, he needs enough game time to try and challenge so he can start. Because I don't think he has any caps for Spain. Or
he's not going to the World Cup. He's not going to the World Cup.
Exactly. Whereby if you play for Barca, you automatically play for Spain. That's the yeah. You play for Barca or Madrid. It's like it's like playing for Bayern and you're German. You make it straight into the German team. It's one of those. But I think he's perfect for what Tuchel is trying to do, and he'll give you more defensive solidarity. As for creative wise, I haven't seen enough of him as a creating force. So hence it makes more sense playing left centre back, left wing back. I don't think he can create to the level of a Reece James. I don't think he has. I haven't seen enough, right? But good signing, but I think he overpaid. I feel as if that's why I feel Chelsea need a sporting director, because at the moment it's like you have a scattered gun approach. Whoever's name is up or is hot, you just go. It's like you just go in the market. Hence, you overpaying. And the issue with overpaying is there's no resale value, because I don't think you can sell Cucurella for more than you've bought him. So, but good signing for Chelsea. The good thing is the Tuchel is running out of excuses with every one more signing, every new signing you getting.
Smoke.
And
he's not in September.
Can we admit Chelsea got ripped off?
But they did.
Wait, no. Can we admit
Hold on.
Transfer window ends. Transfer window ends September.
77 million, bro. Come on.
One sec.
You would think you would be signing Prime Marcelo for that money, bro. Come on.
Hold on, Ricardo. Isn't your club the same club that signed Coutinho for like 500 mil?
Doesn't matter. We have that money.
Why are you talking?
It doesn't matter.
Why are you talking?
You guys signed it on a no.
That's why y'all are bankrupt right now. You're
paying that back to Liverpool, though, Ricardo. I mean,
sorry.
Liverpool still not.
Bro, who cares about that?
Wait, you're still paying for Coutinho, and you want to talk? You have chest.
I heard that.
Ricardo, just go on mute, man.
77 for a nobody, for a ex-Barca academy.
Wait, have you finished? Hey, Ricardo, have you finished paying for Griezmann?
Yeah.
No, they have. Wait, Jones, what do you want to say, Jones? You want to say something?
I heard that you bought Griezmann and Coutinho to lose 8-2.
Yeah, bro. Bro, your club hasn't been in the Champions League in how long, bro? You're a Europa League club. You can't chat.
And Ronaldo had 8-2 in one game.
Wait. Let's stick to Dubes. Casey, LC. Blue Patriots, I don't know who those are dangerous for climate change. #all. Who are Blue Patriots? Casey, I don't know who you're referring to there. Who are Blue Patriots? You know, I don't know who those guys are. Nah. Daddy issues. Alps, lever over Etso. Are you okay? I'm coming for you. Shut up, bro. LC, go Toffees go. #justice for Frank. #stop terrorism. Oh my God. Alps, Lewandowski is above Etso. Stop being racist, HH. For the last time, I can't be racist. My best friend is white. His name is Bill Hambley, so I can't be racist. And second of all, it's not racism. Etso is better than Lewandowski. Anybody that's supposed to level over Etso, you're mad. Etso has 2 CLs, has scored in 2 CL finals, and has won 2 back-to-back trebles.
He scored in 2 CL finals?
Yeah.
One. Which one?
No, 06 and 09.
Yeah, 06, yeah. Sorry.
Look at this guy.
I only remember 09.
No.
09.
This is guys. This is so-called Barca fan. So first of all, you can't pay your money. You still guys, and you can't even remember what guys did the UCL fan. Look at this useless fans.
We have
Ricardo,
Chelsea,
mute
bro.
your damn mic, bro. Mute your freaking mic.
I'd be hurt.
Mute your mic. LC. Timo hosts a brick finisher. Raheem's misses are creative. LC, worry about registering your players. LC, when did Chelsea last beat Everton away? Casey, It doesn't matter. Well, it's Lampard tax. It's Lampard.
It's a good question though. When was the last time that Chelsea beat Everton away?
Before Tuchel was there.
I couldn't give a damn.
It was before Tuchel was there, I think. I don't think he's Tuchel.
Before the two, yeah.
Alps. HH, you're past your prime. Your brain is stuck in O2. Right? LC. Eddie, Premier Leagues don't have centre backs at halfway like Germany. So, Haaland.
City and Liverpool do.
Haaland.
I didn't mention Haaland.
City and Liverpool do.
Oh, no, but I think there's just Haaland slander. He's really strong from Haaland slander. Brian.
Yeah, that's not for smoke than myself, but okay.
Vince McMahon retired. Do you have a part-time job? I don't know about that, Brian, but thanks for that. DX Fan 700. Defense wins cups. Good attack wins league titles.
No,
not necessarily.
Yes.
No, not sir. Like for me, defense is a good attack. Those are things that really win cups. Unless the attack is super crazy, like MSN, where you could just win a freaking treble. But really, a rule of thumb is you have a really good defense. That is a great foundation.
No, but actually, if you look at the trend the past 5 seasons, the winner were actually the top goal scorers in the league. So the best attack does win you.
Yeah, but that's because but if you look at both defenses, they're pretty solid.
Yes. And even for those attacks, the defense is still pretty good.
Yeah.
But unless the attack is super crazy, then it's like, okay, fine. Unless it's like a super crazy attack. But a good rule of thumb is start with a really good defense. It's a good foundation. Rational Cat says, can we talk about how much Jesus and Zinchenko are being raved about for basically performing the same way they did for City? Is it just because they went to a team with lesser quality? I don't get it. Here's the thing. You have to understand this. I really believe that Jesus is going to look a lot better for Arsenal than it did for City. I believe that Pep held back Jesus. I think he held him back.
And he gave him 4 PLs as well, HH.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing.
Gerrard can't say that.
It's true, but see, Jesus, we didn't see the full Jesus at City. For Zinchenko, and I think, look, here's the thing though, because City, the players are of such a high quality, I think that Jesus and Zinchenko will look a lot better. But it is what it is. Zinchenko and Jesus are going to improve Arsenal because they're really good players.
Also, what I'd also add to that is that like the problems that Jesus had at Man City were not scoring in the big Champions League moments and stuff like that. The pressure is going to be a lot lower at Arsenal. He's fine with scoring against the mid-table teams, lower teams.
You sure the pressure's lower, or is the pressure?
No. The pressure's low in terms of the pressure's lower in terms of actual big games. He's not going to be expected to go against top quality teams in the Champions League. At Arsenal, he just has to pop one against Tottenham, and that's him a hero for the year.
Champions League.
Huh? No, I'm saying he's not expected to score in the Champions League for Arsenal.
We're not there, so even if
No.
I think
he's not expected to score in the Champions League. He's not expected to do any of that because we're not.
I said this was like Eddie. I don't know about you, Eddie. I think we got the wrong City reject, bro. I think we should have got.
As I'm saying, you're the perfect signing to sell Chelsea.
Don't smoke. They're having a mid-off right now about your rejects.
Look, I would have taken both of them, but
I would take those guys over Grealish.
I'm not mad about. And
Smoke wants to talk about paying money. 100 million.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Smoke.
Talk to me about Grealish. Talk to me about Grealish. No. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Talk to me about Grealish.
Jackie G's coming, man. He's coming.
Smoke. I'll give you one season. Smoke. If Grealish doesn't pop off, you know we're gonna have to go after the English Gucci boy. We're gonna go after him.
Wait. Didn't you guys pay 100 million for a
97.6? 97.6.
Then sold them for $7. By the
way, you guys spent 90 mil for Maguire. Like, what you guys?
You scored less goals. The thing is, Maguire's still our
this is a free for all right now.
Difference. Maguire's our centre back is still playing. Fair enough.
It doesn't mean he's good because he's playing. It just means your defense is bad.
Hold on, Eddie. Now this is for you.
What is that? He's still playing.
Wait, Eddie. This is for you. Eddie. Smasi, you had Musiala. What a player, by the way. Thanks, Charity FC. Eddie, why the hell did we give away Musiala when we had
instead of selling cocaine Gallagher, you sold the wrong.
Cooking Gallagher.
Eddie, why did we had this kid? Why? Eddie, why does your club do this?
I think he wanted to leave at the time because he wasn't going to get the opportunities. I'm not mad at it. He's gone to Bayern and he's doing well. Again, it might be Bundesliga tax. We don't know. So
no, he's a player, man. The guy.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he's a good player. But
everybody can be a good player.
You can't keep all of them. You can't keep all of them.
You guys kept
wait, hold on, Casey. Immobile outscored Tammy with a worse team. Casey, Immobile is trash. Don't sell me on Immobile. Casey, Chelsea third in goals is like Greens after Democratic and. See, you're a sick man. You're very Casey. That's disgusting. But Casey, Mendy might score an own goal tomorrow. Man, relax, man. Relax. But Casey, last time Blue Prairie's won the league, HH had.
Wow.
Casey, you know that you're gonna have to get banned for some of this crap. You know. I should start handing out bans.
I have a serious question. Is that new keeper of yours? When is he playing?
Never.
The new signing from.
Never. He's never playing.
The American goalkeeper. The American keeper.
He's coming in January.
Okay, so guys, look, man. Last thing before we get over here. So let me come to your boy. I'm gonna come to a newer guy in here. Jones,
he looks good in blue, man. He looks good.
Can
in
you
blue.
wait? Okay, Jones. Darwin, full debut. Well, full professional, competitive EPL debut against Fulham and so forth. We expect Liverpool to beat them, but Smoke put something out there. Mm-hmm. If Liverpool don't get it done, I think that's 1 in 5 of league titles, and so forth. Yeah. Do you think Darwin could be the answer? Do you think Nunez could be the answer? Smoke. Jones. So do you think he's an answer, man?
The first thing I'll say about the Fulham game, I would say that's not a good gauge, innit? Because William performed for us against Fulham and we saw what he went on to do. So Fulham is not a good gauge to see how good someone is. I'm telling you.
Man said William.
William got 3 assists. You know what I'm saying? 3 assists he got in that game. Shocking. Yeah. And he's on his way back to Fulham anyway, so you might see him play on Sunday. But Nunez, I don't think he's the answer. I definitely don't think he's the answer.
Jones, he better be, because Salah is going to score all those goals.
Yeah,
they ain't getting many goals from midfield. So, bro, he better be so much of a freaking answer.
Yeah, I think he'll score. I think he'll score goals, but I don't think he's the answer. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll get his 15 goals, but I don't think he'll score in crucial moments. I'm not sure about him. Every time I've watched him, even when he scored 4 goals, and he's a bit Lukaku-ish. You know, he's a bit Lukaku-ish, a bit off touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I don't think he's the answer personally. I think Liverpool are going to have a very good season, but nah, I don't see them winning the league. Even though Man City don't convince me, because your boy Jackie
G. Jackie G. So Jones, so Liverpool will fail again. You don't feel like Nunez can inspire them.
But you're right about that. 1 league in 5 attempts with the team that they have is quite poor. And as much as they are winning and getting to finals and stuff, they're not as successful as we were back in the day.
Wow.
Ricardo.
Yep.
Rep for your South American guy.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Not for Church Charles, man. That guy's ass. No, but I don't think that they'll win the league, because like you kind of have to give every player a 1-year grace period. That guy might need like 2 or 3, to be honest. But I have no faith in, because I think Sadio Mane, with Salah, was kind of a perfect combination. And let's not get it twisted too, because when Sadio Mane joined Liverpool, it wasn't like that was his first season in the Prem either. Like he came from Southampton, so he had already a feel for it. But I would have, if I was Liverpool, man, I would have stuck with Diaz, Mane in the middle, and Salah. But I mean, I guess apparently Mane wanted out from time, so that was never going to be an option. But either way, that still would have been a better front line in my opinion. But with Darwin Nunez, like I unless he has like man, like he has like a crazy season, which I highly doubt. But the thing is like the standards for Darwin Nunez is it's weird because nobody's expecting him to play great football because I don't think anybody really believes he has that genuine quality. But I genuinely believe he has the quality to put the goals in the back of the net. And I think.
But to what extent? Are we saying 20, 25?
I think that would be his. I think that would be his maximum threshold, 20 goals. Like to me, that would be an excellent season for him. But I don't think that's going to be realistic because he's not going to be the main gunman for that team. It's going to be Mo Salah. But when I'm looking, it's going to just be a whole new dynamic too, because you switched. Like, the thing is that I can't really say Nunez is the replacement for Mane because realistically, Diaz was the replacement for Mane, right? It's just that Mane obviously just couldn't cut it at the left wing, but he was so good that he could still play as a center forward. And
but I don't see goals in Diaz the way that Mane has those goals, though.
No, see, that's the thing, right? I don't think he has the goal scoring quality, but that's why we see Mane. He went off to Bayern to pretty much play. He can kind of play that center forward, but he's also playing in like a 4-2-2-2 with Gnabry. But I think it's gonna be a whole new dynamic. I think someone who's gonna benefit more is actually Trent. I think Trent will benefit a lot more because they actually have a actual goal scorer at an out-and-out 9. But yeah, I don't think I actually don't even think it's gonna be as close as last year either. I would not be surprised if they're actually battling for second place while City just by themselves just go for the title.
I don't know, but I think that's what tends to happen. It tends to be like close then far, close and far. So I do feel like it's going to be like an 9 point swing.
Yeah, I think Man City would win it comfortably. I could see. I genuinely believe Spurs and Liverpool will contest for that second, but I think ultimately Liverpool will just edge it, and then but I'm not expecting much of Nunez, but I think we'll have to see how it goes. It really does depend on Nunez, though.
Artists, what do you think about Liverpool, man, and Darwin, man? It seems as if this is going to be yet another failed attempt at the EPL. Like, it seems as if, because it's weird though. From the outside, it's going to be like one EPL title, but if you're a Liverpool fan, hey, he's the manager that's got us our first Premier League when everybody, especially United fans, were clowning us. So I think for Liverpool fans, Klopp will always be like a demigod. But for everyone else is like, okay, you only won one league title. And the fact that you lost 2 by a point shows that you were close, but you obviously don't have enough quality to say what's up. So not as if the team was much better than you. The fact that you lost so close twice shows that you were obviously clearly good enough to win it. So if you fail to win it yet again, Mane going and Darwin coming in, especially if Darwin doesn't pop off, how much criticism are we giving Klopp, bro?
Did I miss something? Didn't Liverpool beat City recently in the Community Shield or something? So like,
give me a
no, I know it is just a Community Shield, but
last year in the Community Shield.
Yes,
yeah, I know you did. I'm just saying that, but just the way we're talking about Liverpool, as if like we're like writing them off for the season or something.
No, they have 1 in 5. It's not as it's numbers.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying it's a different season. They've got new football. They've obviously got new players, and we haven't seen Diaz for 1 full season yet, and obviously they've signed Darwin Nunez. So what I'm saying is that, like, at least from what I've seen from Liverpool in pre-season, the Community Shield, this doesn't look like a Liverpool team that's like somehow off or not functioning or is like worse than it was. It could be that all of the defense, as far as like aside from this, because you got to bear in mind that like that one season there was one of those seasons where Liverpool had all of their defenders injured.
Yeah,
never going to be close to competing. They came third or fourth. I can make a case that maybe if their defenders were fit, because that was, I think, the season after they'd won the Premier League.
Yeah,
they might have actually further challenged City. So you got to take that into context.
But if maybe.
Sorry.
But if maybe.
I know.
If we didn't play Gundogan at DM, we played Fernand.
So if Aguero would score the penalty, maybe City would have won as UCL. I understand. So exactly. It is what it is, So, but the point is that, like, I just think that it's still a bit too early to rule out Liverpool, like, right now. And that's the thing, as Ricardo said, like, there might be some players that actually might benefit from having the presence of outright number 9 target man, that type of thing in Nunez. like a Trent who can with the ball to somebody. So I personally think this is still going to be close. I think it's still going to be a title race between Manchester City and Liverpool. We also don't know what the impact of the World Cup is going to be in terms of injuries, how players. Because I generally think that come October, there are going to be a lot of players that aren't going to be wanting to play.
Yep.
They're going to want to be like
calling in sick.
Calling in sick. You know, like I don't, because they want to risk injury to the World Cup. It's as simple as that. And I think City pretty much most of their squad will be going. Liverpool, probably Liverpool likewise. I can imagine. So that potentially might factor into things in terms of I know it will factor things in terms of the Premier League title race. So I think it's too early to call to write Liverpool off. To be quite frank, and even Spurs potentially what Conte has brought in. So that's it.
All right, Eddie, and then I'll come to you some more afterwards. Eddie, talk to me. Liverpool, man.
The key for Liverpool is Diaz, man. Diaz is the key. If Diaz cannot prove to be an efficient attacking player, then Liverpool are toast this season. I'm sorry, because let's face it.
So you're saying Diaz is more important than Darwin's goals?
Yeah, because we all know what we're going to get from Salah, right? So the key now is what improvement you get from Diaz this season. Because let's face it, Liverpool don't create like that for strikers. Salah's not passing that ball. You know that, right?
No.
Salah's not passing that ball. The only service he's gonna get are crosses that are gonna be spammed from Trent and Robertson. Which once defenders clock onto that, Darwin's gonna find another way of scoring. Darwin has to feed off scraps. So if he's feeding off scraps, I'm not even looking at him. Yeah, it's gonna look bad because of the money and all that they spent to get him, but I'm not looking there. Diaz is the key for Liverpool. If Diaz doesn't pop off, then my God, the pressure on Darwin is gonna be crazy. Otherwise, Klopp has to find a new way to fit all these players in because
Eddie, bear in mind, there's still this thing of Bernardo Silva might be leaving to Barca. So that's potentially another spanner in the works that could derail the season between City and Liverpool. But.
People are saying that though. It's like don't
get Paqueta or somebody. Man.
No, but RDS, we've won the league with Gundogan and De Bruyne before, right? So I agree with Eddie, right? I think the biggest question mark is can Diaz wear Mane's boots? Because we've seen it a lot whereby Salah, as good as he is, he needs a supporting cast for
he can't do it himself. He can't do it by himself.
Like, let's face it, Liverpool have won the league with Firmino playing striker. And he's not that goal scorer like that. All right. So the key for me is that left wing. What happens with this guy, with Diaz?
So the business end of the season, that's when also even Salah drops off. If you look at the past 3 seasons, Salah starts majority, like I would say 70% of Salah's goals is before December, right? And the later end, that's when Mane comes to life. If you look at Mane will start slow, but when it comes, he's that guy. He's there. So now the question comes: is can the supporting cast be as effective as how Salah would be? Diaz, yes, there's a lot of excitement, but we haven't seen enough end product to show us that he hasn't scored even 5 goals as yet in the Premier League. So yes, there's a lot of hype. It's like that new shiny toy whereby you're happy. Same thing with Grealish. I'm not going to hide Grealish away. Grealish also has to step up. The goals that Sterling and Jesus were giving us and the assist, can Grealish also give us that? But now
but do you agree though with Ricardo's points that you feel that most likely you'll win the league by 8 to 9 points rather?
As I want to say, that the thing is, Pep has shown that when the going gets tough, he can come up with a solution to get him over. Because even last season, the thing is with City, we always start slow. Then come October, we're going to pull a run from nowhere. 12 to 16, 18 games, and that's where we win the league. Then it gives us enough momentum to carry us over. Even the season before, I think 2021, we were actually 10th in December. We were 10th. Everyone was saying, and then from nowhere, we just pulled a run and we were like 10 points clear of United. And that was the end of it. I feel as if the Liverpool-Fulham game is similar to United Leeds last season. I don't know if you remember that game.
Oh yeah,
where Pogba had 4 assists, Bruno scored 3 goals. Everyone was like, "No, this is United's year."
No. RDS said that. EPL done.
That was yesterday.
No. It was basically RDS sent me a DM saying that. Yeah, that's United. Well, back. I think it's like the EPL is done. The EPL is done.
No.
I feel as if those games are dangerous because they don't really show you where you are, right? They give you this false expectation. That's why I think I'm actually happy for an Arsenal getting the harder games at the beginning because it shows you where you really at. Even I think an Everton game is good because it's a tricky game, right? You get to see, okay, no, this is really where we are, and these are the things we need to improve. Because if you beat a team 6-0, you're not talking about improvement. It's all vibes in the dressing room. Like, hey, we're the best, we can do it. Right. So I feel hence I'm happy we're versing West Ham away first. Because that's a tricky game. When you go there, you're gonna get a reality check and say, okay, no, that's
a tricky one. That's a tricky one.
This is where we're at, and this is what we need to improve. So I'm happy Liverpool is getting an easy one because Fulham is most likely getting relegated anyway.
Yeah.
So
is that game at Fulham or at Liverpool's place?
I think it's at the away. Yes, at Fulham. I think that's much.
I think they're playing.
Maybe I can try and watch that game. I'm not too far. I'm not reveal my location.
Oh, is that Anfield? Is it?
No, they're playing away.
I was about to say, let me know. Actually, one of the locations I am right now because I'm in several locations. One of the locations is near Craven Cottage. But yeah, Smoke, what you said?
No, I'm saying I'm happy that because the thing is, Nunez can even drop a 3-piece. People are like, wow, he's that guy. Then shoot blanks afterwards. Then you're like, oh, we thought you were that guy. So it's good that they're gonna get an easy game first. Let them get their confidence up, and then
the season really starts. The only thing I would say though is because I've just looked at the comment in the chat and that actual one, they have increased the substitutions to 5.
To 5, yes.
I am curious because obviously we know that part of Klopp's system is the high pressing, that's like how Liverpool play. So I do wonder how the advantage that will give Liverpool, where now you can make 5 substitutions, that you can potentially keep that level of momentum up during the game rather than it sort of petering off after maybe 70 minutes like they used to. Now you can make 5 subs. Like, oh, actually, no, we can actually continue this high pressure, high press.
But then it now comes into how good is your squad? Yeah. Because Liverpool fans have said that no, we've not actually bought enough players that can come in and fresh legs who can maintain that. So that's all well and good. But Milner is on his final legs. Henderson looks old now. So a lot of guys who do that legwork and so forth, they can't really do it at the same level. It is helpful, but it's like your squad has to be quality for that to really make any sense, Which is why for City, that's why it's a problem, because that's why you see Pep isn't stupid. Pep is only willing to let Bernardo Silva go if he knows that he's definitely going to get a guy back. So I think once he knows that, okay, you want to go, remember, we have the whole of August to go through. I'm sure he has already replacements coming in. So for City, where you know how good their squad is, 5 subs, guys, I think these guys are winning this thing by.
No, but HH is actually good for you guys because you can make Cocaine Gallagher press for like 60 minutes.
That's something. That's something I was gonna say. The 5 subs thing might actually help Chelsea more than you think, man. Because look, Manchester City and Liverpool cannot afford much injuries. Looking at their squads, they got small squads, man. They've actually got small squads. If you guys get a couple of injuries, you might be looking at Cole Palmer starting in midfield for Manchester City. That's not something you want, man. That's why I don't understand why you have to. For me, if I'm Pep, I'm getting a midfielder in whether Silva stays or not. You still need a left back because your defense is looking weak right now. One of your wing back goes, and you're looking at Ake starting at left back. Nah, man, I don't think you want that. Let
me bring in some Jonathan book bad of you, man. Andres Rosa says top 4 is a trophy for Arsenal. Jones, do you still view top 4 as a trophy, or do you think that is BS?
That's
BS that's Wenger created.
No, it's definitely BS that Wenger created. But what happened was a lot of teams took onto it. Like at first year, United.
Hold on. King Jones, your legend Thierry Henry clearly said it. Yeah. They said the target for Arsenal is top 4.
He's not
top
just the
four.
Arsenal legend. He's
He
the
said
Premier
it.
League legend. He's the Premier League legend.
He said
He's
top four is the must.
Jones, don't do that.
probably the
Jones,
best
don't do
player
that.
ever played here. You know what I'm
Jones,
saying?
what?
Took
Jones,
the level up.
Jones, you're disrespecting this jersey here.
Oh, what do you-
No, I
After
said he's
all
not
he
just
did?
the Arsenal legend. He's a Premier League legend. Put some respect on him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
no,
the
no.
Premier League
Okay,
legend,
both.
yeah, for
He's
sure.
he's both. He's
Yeah,
both. Arsenal Premier
he
League.
said it. He said it in the documentary. He said he targeted for Arsenal's top 4.
He said it's a must.
But no, I say
Chelsea doesn't go in that route.
I've always looked at top 4 as like a springboard, innit, to be able to get the players that you want to get. So, you know, yeah, in them terms, yeah, definitely it would be a trophy for us. But again, I feel like some of the players that we shouldn't have been able to get this summer, we kind of did. Because if you look at it, Jesus really wouldn't have joined too many Europa League teams this summer. But I'm guessing he trusts Arteta's progression, didn't it? So that's why he came. So yeah.
All right. Your boy Wing says, Trash Alonso has played for Real, Chelsea, and Barca. What the
Legend.
f? Ricardo, are you hyped for Alonso? Are you hyped? Are you happy? Are you overjoyed?
I mean, he might kill it on the left flank. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Andres Russell says, Jones. So United didn't adopt Arsenal 8-2 in 2011.
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't know how to
Okay, guys, look, man. Thank you for everybody joining in. And so, remember to follow Red Devil Studio RDS on his channel. Remember to follow Nonstop Content on Instagram, where that's your work King Jones is that. Shout out to Don't Smoke. Shout out to Eddie and that clown in the bottom right hand corner. Don't bother doing it.
You bring me on here just to clown me for the whole show?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. No, Ricardo, that's the whole point. I'm here to clown you and your Bombers Club, unless you give us Rafinha or the Ooze.
Oh, so you want the
Ricardo, I will treat you like royalty.
You can have
Only
the
if
Oos
you
in
give us
2 years.
Ousmane
Actually.
Dembele.
You actually have 2 years to convince the Oos. He's only had 2-year contracts.
Nah, I think he'll get sold in January. I think they just signed him to sell him to get something back.
Maybe you might be right.
They signed
Ricardo.
him. The 2-year deal makes no sense.
Just
don't
give
get
us
it
back
either,
Ousmane
man.
Dembele. Look, just eat it with a cook, guys. Peace out, Citra, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace out, one love. Zad lives. De Bruyne stops Zad from getting a Walker. Peace out.
Let's go.